What do you feed?
From Radio Iowa Sports, this is the Scouting Report, an in-depth look at this week's prep and college games. Now from our studios in Des Moines, Todd Kim.
The Hawkeyes will be looking to pull an upset against 11th-ranked Indiana. The Cyclones try to stay unbeaten under the lights against Arizona. And some key matchups in Class A highlight Week 5 of the high school season. That and more on the Scouting Report.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now,
You're going to go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you going to do? You're going to go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You got to dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
In last week's Big Ten opening win at Rutgers, Iowa showed something it has not featured in several years, the ability to win with offense. They'll need that and even more tomorrow when they host an 11th-ranked Indiana team that Kirk Ferentz says looks a lot like Ohio State. The high-flying Hoosiers put up 63 points in a blowout win over Illinois, and it's hard to imagine the Hawkeye defense will be able to keep the score down.
I think we have a chance now to hopefully be a team that can score a little bit more than we had the last couple of years. That's been part of the goal, and but it's kind of accumulation of a lot of things. You got to have a line that can block. You got to have a quarterback that can operate, and I think we're probably a little bit better at our receiver position, and we've had good backs, but I think we got a good group right now. So hopefully we have enough balance where we can make them have to defend us a couple different ways, and then find some ways to come up with some points.
8 of Iowa's 10 sacks have occurred in the last 2 games. Getting to Hoosier quarterback Fernando Mendoza, though, won't be easy with his quick release. Hawkeye linebacker Jackson Rexroth.
Our D-line they're always going. I think they're probably figuring it out a lot more, too. But those guys, we have a lot of faith in those guys up front because they are so talented and they are getting to the quarterback so fast. So, I mean, I can't tell you why there's a difference in those two stats, but I think they're always going the whole time. And I don't think much has changed. They just happen to get to the quarterback.
Kickoff in Kinnick Stadium is 2:35. It'll be televised by Peacock. 14th-ranked Iowa State returns from a bye week to host Arizona in a whiteout. The Cyclones face 2 key tests in this one: run the ball against a stout Wildcat defense, and the Cyclones need to find a way to slow down Arizona dual-threat quarterback Noah Fafita. Not only has Fafita thrown for 712 yards and 6 touchdowns, his ability to scramble helps extend drives.
Boy, is he confident. He's confident where he's going with the football. He's got elite arm strength. He's got the ability to make all the throws, which is uber impressive. And yes, he is mobile, but he's also confident enough to step up in the pocket and make the big throws over the middle. And that's what's really impressive about him.
That's Iowa State coach Matt Campbell. The Cyclones enter the game with a record of 4-0. Arizona is 3-0. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff in Jack Trice Stadium. It'll be televised by ESPN. High school football is next on the Scouting Report.
Okay, gotta be late. Gotta go. Where'd I put... wallet. Check. And... phone. Check. Keys. Check. Lunch. Check.
Checking for the things you need doesn't take long. But what about checking for your safety? Right now, 1 in every 5 vehicles on the road has an open safety recall. But it only takes seconds to check for open recalls on your car at checktoprotect.org. All you need is your vehicle identification number or license plate number. Your automaker may not have the right information to notify you about recalls by mail, especially if you recently moved or drive an older or used car. Checktoprotect.org is the quick, easy way to find out if your vehicle has an open safety recall and find the closest dealer who can make the repair for free.
Laptop. Check.
Before you go, take a minute. Visit checktoprotect.org. Check to Protect is a program of the National Safety Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
As the high school season reaches week 5, the second half of the regular season begins for the smallest classes, and there are several key matchups in Class A. Number 4 ACGC is on the road to take on 9th-ranked Madrid. Ryan Wendt has a preview.
The Chargers come in with the number 5 offense in Class A and the number 3 defense. They take on a Madrid team that's only lost 6 times at home since 2020. You also have childhood friends who will be on opposite sides of the sidelines here tonight as Cody Mathewson, a Madrid graduate coaching for ACGC, and Brock Hinkle coaching for Madrid. These two teams faced off last in 2023 in the quarterfinals in Class A, where the Tigers came up with a victory, 21-14. For the scouting report on Radio Iowa, Ryan Wendt, KWBG Boone.
Also in Class A, top-ranked West Hancock is on the road at Lake Mills. Unbeatens collide as Nashua Plainfield hosts number 2 St. Ansgar. Mark Pitts reports.
The Huskies and Saints have had similar seasons to date, each winning 3 games by blowouts. Total offensive yards are almost identical, with 1,445 for Nashua Plainfield to 1,438 for St. Ansgar, with each team rushing for about 1,100 yards. NP coach Chase Sudol would like the Huskies to parallel the Saints even more.
St. Ansgar is kind of the type of program that we're trying to idolize. They've always been the dominant team, and that's what we're trying to get to. They're kind of the same way that I try to build our football team, and that's run the ball first and play good defense and not throw the ball as much.
It's also homecoming for Nashua Plainfield. The St. Ansgar head coach Drew Clevenger says the Saints are used to big game hype thanks to lots of playoff experience.
You know, this is a fun week. I don't think our kids will get lost in any hype or anything like that. These are the games that our kids get excited about. They know they're going to be pushed. They know it's going to be a physical game, and these are the ones that are fun. So we're just excited for the challenge.
The two programs were both ranked in the top 5 when they met last year in St. Ansgar, a 27-7 homecoming win for the Saints. The Huskies look to reverse the outcome for their homecoming Friday night in Nashua. Mark Pitts for the Radio Iowa Scouting Report.
There's one other rated matchup in Class A. It finds 7th-ranked Wapsie Valley on the road at number 8 Makokata Valley. There are 2 rated matchups in 8-player tonight. One finds 3rd-ranked Gladbrook Rhinebeck on the road at 8th-ranked Don Bosco. The other has 5th-ranked Audubon visiting number 9 Fremont Mills. 5A, 6th-ranked Sioux City East is on the road to visit number 5 Ankeny. The Black Raiders are 4-0, and Coach Mike Winkelpleck says a heartbreaking 31-28 playoff loss a year ago to eventual runner-up West Des Moines Valley served as off-season motivation.
They've just kind of stewed on that, and with returning a lot of those guys that were a part of that team, I think they had a sour taste in their mouth, and it just is like, all right, we don't want to feel this again, and this is where we need to get to, and this is how we're going to get there.
Also in 5A, 4th-ranked Iowa City West is at home against number 8 Iowa City Liberty. This season, Bex is recognizing student athletes that are not only a star in athletics, but a player that shows heart in school, at work, through the community, and in the ag industry. Trevor Block of Waukon has been involved in football, wrestling, track, and showing livestock, even though he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 2.
It comes down to work ethic and just, I guess, the desire to be able to compete alongside my friends at the same level, even though, you know, I might be at a disadvantage.
Tiara Tentiker of MMCRU has grown up on a family farm and has always enjoyed feeding the bottle calves.
One of my favorite memories was definitely like getting them to suck your fingers. And I know that sounds weird, but because they were looking for the bottle, and it was just a fun activity that we did all the time.
Karina Herrick of Osage has not grown up on a farm, but she's been showing livestock for several years.
I got involved in that in about 6th grade, and there was a farmer that kind of just let us show his cattle. We've worked with them, and that was a great experience.
Denver's Cody Kepke has grown up around dairy cattle and enjoys competing in the show ring.
And also at the shows, just all the new people I get to meet and all the new opportunities that the dairy cattle and the shows have brought me, and all the people that just open stuff up for me, and it's great.
Nominate a student athlete by searching Beck's Player with Heart. The rest of Week 5 is next on the Scouting Report.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference, right now, in every decision and every season.
At Beck's, we believe that true champions are not just made on the field, but also in the heart. The Beck's Player with Heart Scholarship celebrates high school student athletes who show dedication, teamwork, and leadership, both in sports and in their communities. We're honoring those who go above and beyond, demonstrating passion, perseverance, and a commitment to making a difference. Nominate a high school student athlete by searching Beck's Player with Heart.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
Rivals collide in a rated showdown in Class 1A as fifth-ranked Trainer visits number 6 Underwood. Tony Correa has a preview.
The rivalry between the teams goes to the competition together in the Western Iowa Conference, with the athletes facing each other in multiple sports over a season, according to trainer coach Jeff Casey.
Obviously, the proximity and being at conference schools and playing each other year-round in all the sports, and the kids know each other.
Underwood comes off a big district win over Tri-Center last week that coach Nate McHaleson says was helped by a fast start.
Had a great week of practice, came out and started really fast in the Tri-Center game, and led to a really good victory.
Casey has leaned on his seniors to take the reins of this Cardinal team this season.
These guys have done a really good job with owning a lot of the things that we do and taking the lead on some things in practice, and you see them helping out some of the younger guys.
McHaleson feels that the stakes keep getting higher whenever Underwood plays Trainer.
Recently, I think the stakes have been, really, really high, probably the last 5 or 6 years. It's, comes down to a district championship or a playoff win or something like that. We have a lot of respect for that program.
From KNOD Radio in Harlan, I'm Tony Correa for the Radio Iowa Scouting Report.
Also in 1A, 10th-ranked Clarion Goldfield Dows is at home to take on top-ranked Grundy Center and the Spartans' 43-game winning streak. Cowboys coach Caleb Vogel says Grundy Center presents a great challenge, but they're trying to treat it like it's just another game.
Continue to play our football, Cowboy football. We're going to be tough, we're going to be physical, we're going to get after it for 4 quarters, no matter who we're playing. Grundy, yes, we have them tonight, but they're just another opponent to us. We're just going to take care of business, do our things, and great things will happen. But we have to be sound tonight. On offense, on defense, on special teams.
Also in 1A, second-ranked West Lyon hosts Hinton. It's number 3 Regina Catholic at home against Durant. In Class 2A, top-ranked Kemper Catholic visits Southeast Valley. It's number 2 Van Meter at Clarinda, while third-ranked Osage is on the road at New Hampton. 3A, Maquoketa's at home against fourth-ranked Mount Vernon. Justin Jaden reports.
The Mustangs come off a dominant 56-0 win over Fort Madison after losing their only game to second-ranked Solon the week prior. Maquoketa, on the other hand, looks to bounce back after a 35-14 loss at Clinton last Friday night. Here's Cardinals head coach Riley Brockway on hosting the highly ranked Mustangs.
We talked about all week just getting back to the basics and what we're good at. We don't need to come up with a whole new game plan and schemes and those things to play a good team like Mount Vernon. We just got to get to what we do well and keep our guys playing hard and be ready to compete. I think that's the biggest thing when you're going up against good teams like this is some people tend to just bow down and let them do whatever they want. But we want to make sure that we're coming out ready to compete with the right mindset and ready to play fast and physical.
Mount Vernon quarterback Kellen Haverback ranks third in 3A with 859 yards through the air this season. And Maquoketa receiver Cole Cobe ranks top 5 in the class with 23 receptions and over 10 yards per catch on the year. For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, I'm Justin Jaden, KMAQ Radio Maquoketa.
There's a couple of rated matchups in 3A. One of them finds top-ranked Clear Lake on the road at number 7 Independence, while third-ranked Bishop Heelan visits 10th-ranked Sioux Center. Also, number 2 Solon visits Fairfield. Class 4A, 6th-ranked Fort Dodge opens the District 1 race at home tonight against third-ranked Sergeant Bluff Luton. Fort Dodge coach Nick Mosier says the Dodger defense will need to be sound against Sergeant Bluff Luton's run-heavy offense.
They're not so much triple option as they are, jet sweeps and counters back and quarterback powers and trap and plays like that. So it's all 11 doing their job and making sure they're where they're supposed to be at all times.
Also in 4A, it's top-ranked Cedar Rapids Xavier visiting Cedar Rapids, Washington, while number 2 Pella's on the road at Marion. That's all for the Scouting Report. For Radio Iowa Sports, I'm Todd Kim.
It's Football Friday night, which means it's the Raw Customs and the Homestead Country Store Friday night tailgate show. Sports director Tyler Lance will talk to the coaches from West Bend Mallard and North Union about tonight's matchups. Here's Tyler with all the details from inside the locker room.
And it's time for the Friday Night Tailgate Show here on Hometown and Home Country Radio. I'm Tyler Lance with you for this one. Well, it's a big week for the West Bend Mallard Wolverines as they picked up back-to-back district wins, defeating Northwood Kensett and North Iowa the past 2 weeks. After this 2-0 start in district play, the Wolverines face a big test, a toughening schedule down the stretch, and it all starts today with their homecoming matchup against the Riceville Wildcats. A couple of playoff hopefuls are going at it in that game, so we'll talk with West Bend Mallard Wolverine football coach Tyson Wirtz about that. As far as the North Union football team is concerned this week, they do not have a game as their original district game against Rockford was canceled, so it's a week off for North Union before they take on Bishop Garrigan next week. We will talk next week with Coach Ernster, but we'll give him the week off this week from the Friday Night Tailgate Show. We'll get to Coach Wirtz. He's coming up next after these messages.
The Homestead Country Store invites you to stop by their location at 203 South Broadway Avenue in West Bend, where you're sure to find all your favorite candies and snacks. Let's not forget the ice cream. Do you need syrup for your pancakes or waffles? Check out their New York syrup. Homestead Country Store has a wide variety of supplies from King Arthur brand all-purpose and wheat flour to spices and herbs for your canning supplies. From our homestead to yours, you'll find what you need at the Homestead Country Store in downtown West Bend. Tired of being another boring and generic ride in the parking lot? If you want to stand out, call Raw Customs in West Bend today. From wheels, tires, fender flares, lift kits, running boards, bed covers, to upgrading to LED lighting. No matter what your preferences are, they have all the accessories you could possibly want with the quality and service you deserve. If you want to turn heads, call Raw Customs to upgrade your classic or muscle car, truck, side-by-side, and more at 515-887-2800.
And it's time for the Friday Night Tailgate Show here on Hometown at Home Country Radio. As right now we're talking West Bend Mallard football with head coach Tyson Wirtz. Coach, as always, we appreciate your time today on the program.
Yeah, Tyler, appreciate you having us on. Thank you.
Coach, let's begin by going back to last week and revisiting that 58-18 win over North Iowa. We talked on Saturday, Coach, about that being a game, especially the second half, that'll really help this team take a step forward as far as confidence is concerned. How would you describe where your team's at when they're playing confident football? And was there a point last week where you felt your team was able to walk into that mindset?
Yeah, when they're playing confidently, I mean we got a lot of raw ability. I feel like this year it's young, but you got a lot of guys that are learning spots and they're developing a lot. So when their level of confidence is up and they're doing what they're supposed to, we just really hit another level. We've never had an issue this year with bad attitudes or work or any of that. That's not the problem at all. It's just a matter of getting the experience. So I think it's just one of those things that just has to develop over time. And I think in the second half we did see it right out of the gate, coming out of halftime, that guys were talking. You could hear them rah-rah in the huddle and everything else, and senior leadership was stepping up and saying, we're better than this, we can do this, we believe in ourselves, all that stuff. So I'd say really that whole second half we saw it.
And, Coach, momentum's obviously a big thing in any sport, including football, but I imagine it's not always easy to carry over because you get that big win and then you wait 7 days to go out there and try to do it again. Especially if the younger kind of team that you guys have this year, what are some habits or practices you've tried to instill in the team over time to make sure you keep momentum going from 1 week to the next?
Yeah, a lot of it's just routine. It's, doing a lot of the same stuff over and over, which this time of year kind of becomes a struggle because they start to get tired of it a little bit, but helping them understand that this is what we do week to week. Like, this is how we prepare for the next team and the next team. And, momentum is big, but it is kind of tough to capture it over the weekend. They kind of rest up and they're sore and they're tired. And then Monday comes around, the JV takes off for their game. And so you're not wrong that it is a little bit tough to maintain it. And especially this week, we've got homecoming as an extra distraction. So just really trying to reset them every day at 3:30 and get them out to practice and get them focused on what we need to do.
And, Coach, needless to say for this homecoming game, big matchup against fellow playoff hopeful Riceville. They had a bit of trouble getting it going offensively the first couple of weeks, but the past 2 weeks, they've been able to find their stride and put some bigger point totals on the board. What have you seen from the Riceville offense, and what do the Wolverines need to do on defense this week to be successful?
Yeah, they struggled the first couple of weeks, partially because they were missing their starting quarterback, and so he's back now the last 2 weeks, and he throws the ball well, but they also run the ball really physically. So they're a lot more balanced team than maybe we saw a couple years ago when we played them, and so pretty even spread of passing and throwing. They got a couple backs that are, one of them's pretty quick and one of them's super physical and tough to bring down, and so a lot of it's the same thing as every week. We got to stay disciplined on our assignments, and I think this week especially the biggest thing to clean up on defense is we got to make sure that we're in our gap assignment and that we're making clean tackles, because they've got a they've got a couple guys in the backfield that certainly are either going to make us miss or they're going to run us over if we're not clean there.
We're talking West Bend Mallard football right now with head coach Tyson Wirtz. Coach, on the other side of the ball, Riceville held Norfolk Kensett to 12 points last week, which was their best defensive game so far. What challenges do you see this Wildcat defense presenting to you, and how do you go about attacking them on offense?
Yeah, they just seem to be a good, disciplined, tough defense. They're not big by any means. It's not like they have massive guys up front, but they're scrappy. You can tell they get off the ball quick. You can tell they got kind of a lot of them with like wrestler mentalities where they're shooting into gaps and they're getting ankles and they're getting after it. So they're definitely going to be up in our face pretty quick. We're not going to be able to sit back and wait for them. We're going to have to get off the ball and get after them. Our biggest focus this week is really turnovers, is cleaning all that stuff up. That's kind of been a struggle for us all 3 games we've had this year, is making sure that we're holding on to the ball.
And, Coach, going to be a big game, great atmosphere of homecoming as well. What's the final message to the guys before they go out onto the field on Friday night?
Trying to, instill that confidence again. Like you said earlier, we have a little bit of momentum, so we want to get them in believing that they can win a game, but not expecting that they can just show up and just automatically get the win. Like, they're going to have to show up and be disciplined right from the get-go. So walk that line, really, of, focus on believing you can do this, but at the same time, don't get arrogant, don't get carried away thinking that the other team's going to let you have it.
Coach, as always, we appreciate your time today on the Tailgate Show and wish you best of luck against Riceville this week.
We appreciate it, Tyler. Talk to you later.
That's West Bend Mallard head football coach Tyson Wirtz here on your Friday Night Tailgate Show. Like I mentioned earlier, North Union does not have a game this week, so no Coach Ernster this week on the Tailgate Show. With that, we're going to wrap things up and get you to your pregame next on KLGA and KLGZ.
It's time to hit the field. That's it for Raw Customs and the Homestead Country Store Friday Night Tailgate Show.
Get ready for football with the Algona Bulldogs pregame show. Brought to you by your Edward Jones representatives Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, Brady Ross, and Mackenzie Jorgensen. We've got interviews with coaches, the starting lineups, Kimna Auto Center is the keys to the game, the Grassmasters Field Conditions Report, Algona Plumbing and Heating's game time temperature, Eyes on Thornton's coin toss, and more as we preview tonight's matchup. The pregame is also brought to you by Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for healthcare, JDR Seeds of Wesley, Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, Bandwar Trucking of Ottoson, Cooks Scrap Iron and Metal, family owned since 1913, and Algona Feed Store, livestock, dog, and cat food. Here's Brian Wilson on the Bulldog Edward Jones pregame show.
Well, the path to the Unidome starts tonight across all of Class 3A, 4A, and 5A as district play is upon us. Alongside Todd Van Outerville and Brian Wilson, tonight your Algona Bulldogs kicking off Class 3A District 1 action on the road tonight in Orange City. And Todd, for the Bulldogs, coming off a nice win last week over a 4A Waverly Shell Rock team, and now it begins for real. Now it's time to try and position yourself as a playoff team.
Yeah, you're right. We're done with that non-district schedule, which I thought prepared us here for the district schedule. And like you said, I thought last week we played well. 4 quarters, got some confidence on offense. Defense I thought was excellent last week. And then, like you said, this week against MOC is going to be a quality opponent, a good test for us.
As the Bulldogs and the Dutch come in at 3-1 in the season. Of course, the Bulldogs lost to top-ranked at 2A Carroll Kemper back in Week 2. MOC-Floyd Valley was 3-0 going into last week, but they went on the road. They were shut out by Lamar's. 20-0 was the final score last week. So they're coming off a loss. They're going to try and bounce back. And it's a team that features the top rusher in Class 3A, and they're going to try and get him the football, but also they got some playmakers on the outside.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said, the top leading rusher there in 3A. He's a good running back, I think. I've seen a little tape on him. But like you said, they have athletes on the outside, too. They have some nice size up front. So we're going to have to be on our A game tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Mosdom is the 6', 195-pound senior. He's the feature back, and they'll run out of the eye, and then they'll spread things out a little bit. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, make plays that way as well. So he's one of those guys where you got to contain him at all times, because if you let him go one time, he can bust it for 70 and a touchdown.
Yeah, you're right. He looks like a good athlete, and like you said, the Bulldogs just got to keep him in front. He's going to get some yards here and there. We just can't give up those explosive plays to him tonight.
Well, the Bulldogs last week, I thought, Todd, and we talked about it a little bit after the game and talked about it with Blair Bradley during the coaches show on Saturday, probably the most complete game Algona's played all year. 4 quarters. The defense really stepped up when they were kind of put in precarious positions the first couple of drives with Waverly starting in Algona territory, but then the defense made those stops. Offense got things going on the ground a little bit, and like I said, a very complete game from start to finish.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that 95-yard drive we had last week was really awesome for us. And, I thought our defense caused a lot of turnovers, which is good to see. And I think that's what we got to do tonight on defense.
Yeah, we had 3 interceptions last week. One of them, Tate Garman running it back to the end zone. So anytime you can get those kind of things, that helps. But, yeah, just turning the ball over, giving your offense a chance to get back out there. The first one was one that killed that first drive for Waverly after they took over in Algona territory. Nathan got a pick at about the 5-yard line, and that kind of really stifled any momentum they might have early on.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that changed the momentum big time, and I thought Waverly didn't get the momentum back after that, which was good for us, and we were able to control the ground game last week, so I think that's important for us tonight too.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with both head coaches this week, get their thoughts on tonight's matchup in Class 3A District 1. Like I said, there's not going to be any off nights the rest of the season. A very salty district with a couple of North Central Conference schools, and then you got a couple teams out to the west as well. So, like I said, it'll be a tough night each night during this next 5 weeks as they try to solidify a playoff spot. But we'll take a timeout right now. We'll catch up with both head coaches as your Edward Jones pregame show continues right after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
You shouldn't need an advanced degree to figure out how to pay for one. Hi, I'm Brady Ross, your Algona Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help you understand all the options you have when paying for an education. Whether you're the first in your family to attend college or planning for a grandchild to build on a legacy that goes back generations, let's work together to take care of your unique financial needs. Call me at 515-295-7763 to get started today. Together with Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Cook Scrap Iron and Metal in Algona. Think Cooks for all your new steel and welding supplies. Do you have any leftover material you don't need anymore? Cooks will take your scrap iron and scrap metal too. A family-owned business since 1913. Cook Scrap Iron and Metal in Algona. Call them today at 515-295-2512 or stop in at 900 East McGregor Street, Algona.
When it comes to your recovery, we tackle issues head-on. Whether you're on the field, setting up a spike, or running the course, Kasuth Regional Health Center's rehab team is here to help when an injury occurs. I'm Bryce Buckle, physical therapist, and as a former student athlete, I know how important it is to get back in the game. At KRHC, our team works with local healthcare providers and specialists throughout the area for a recovery plan that works for you. Best of luck to all of our area athletes this season. We'll be cheering for you.
Your Edward Jones pregame show continues right here on Hometown Radio KLGA. We're talking Bulldog football right now with head coach Andy Jacobson. And Coach, just kind of give me your initial thoughts on last week, and now that you've had time to kind of digest it. I would think a confidence-boosting win for the Bulldogs over a very solid 4A Waverly Shell Rock team. But just kind of give me your thoughts now that you've had a chance to kind of look at things.
Yeah, certainly. I thought we played well. We played with high energy and emotion, and that was for 4 full quarters, and that was fun to see. Our guys played together, and we were all pulling the same direction, and it was good to see us put it all together for 4 quarters and execute at a high level.
Well, I was going to say, I thought the guys really overcame some adversity there, and that especially that opening drive, you fumble, Waverly takes over in your territory, they drive down inside the 10-yard line, you get a turnover, then they've got you pinned deep, you have to punt from deep in your own territory, they get great field position again, and they come away with nothing, and I really thought that spoke a lot to the Bulldog defensively, really bowing their necks a little bit and overcoming some things, and then the offense was able to get going kind of after that.
Yeah, absolutely. That first quarter was we were backs against our end zone there for a while, and defense battled hard, and every play not willing to give up, and that was a good fight to see. And we talk about that a lot at practice and go over those type of situations, and it was fun to see that work out for us on Friday.
Well, they were winning the field position battle through that first quarter. They've got a very good punter. He pinned you deep, deep in your own territory on your first drive of the second quarter, and you go 95 yards all on the ground. And I guess when you're able to do that against a team like Waverly, I would assume that gets the guys going on offense as well, because they really ran it down their throat there and to get on the board and kind of get things going.
Yeah, that drive was a tremendous drive. It was fun to see, our offensive line, our tight ends, well, really everybody, get excited and wanting to continue that pace, and certainly a big drive for us in that game, and that set the tone for the rest of it.
Well, and as I say, the defense, you give up 7 points against a team like Waverly. I'm sure you're going to take that anytime defensively, but really held their run game in check, did a nice job. They've got a couple decent backs there. Just really did a nice job making them work for every yard, and anytime you can force a team to maybe do what they don't want to do so much, it's a win defensively.
Yeah, defensively, I thought we played the best that we had played yet. All 11 out of 11, executing their assignments at a high level. I thought we tackled well. So, and then when the ball was in the air, we had the opportunity to go get it a few times, and that was really good to see. It was a tremendous effort defensively as well.
And now you turn your attention here. Now it's go time in terms of playoffs. It's week 1 of the district season here tonight on the road at MOC-Floyd Valley. So now the games count towards the postseason, and it's going to be a tough district each and every week. What do you know about MOC? What do you expect from them tonight?
Yeah, MOC is a tremendously talented team. They've got one of the top running backs in the state. Has a ton of yards from scrimmage. He's a very good runner, very elusive quarterback that's athletic and has a good arm and athletes to throw to. They've got big old linemen and one guy that's committed to play at the next level. That's a really good player and so yeah, they've got a lot of pieces. They're a tremendous team. They had a lot of success last year and they continue to build on it, and they're well coached and going to be quite a challenge for us tonight.
Well, and they're coming off a tough loss against Lamar's last week, so they're going to be looking for a little pounce back in their step here tonight as they get going. I know they do like to feature that running back there. He's got close to 800 yards through 4 games, so anytime you got a back like that, you got to contain him because he can break it at any time.
Oh, absolutely, and he's shown that on film. He might get stopped a few times and all of a sudden look out. The next play he might take it a long ways, and he's got breakaway speed and runs really hard and is elusive. So, and not to mention he has a really good line in front of him, and so a tremendous challenge for us defensively to slow that down and hopefully we can tonight.
Well, and I guess on the offensive side of the ball, how do the Bulldogs keep that momentum going? Because really, you got the run game going last week. The passing game was there when you needed it as well. How do you keep that momentum going on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, we got to continue to take care of the ball and win that turnover battle, and just continue to have the patience to keep chunking out 3, 4, 5 yard gains, and then eventually, hopefully, you break one. And so I thought we did a great job of that last week, and just stayed consistent and put ourselves we weren't behind the chains, and all that led to success. So hopefully we continue doing that this week.
All right, Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, head coach Andy Jacobson of the Algona Bulldogs join us as we get set for Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley Class 3A District 1 opener. Back with more of your Edward Jones pregame show right after this here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Do you see yourself traveling, working part-time, or moving somewhere warmer when you retire? Hi, I'm Bruce Keith, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help make your retirement goals a reality. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how we get you there. Together, we can plan for the expected and make sure you're ready for the unexpected. Contact me, Bruce Keith, at 515-295-5173. Together with Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, members SIPC.
At Wiffles Hybrids, they're completely focused on developing and producing the very best seed corn on the planet. A snack they've been polishing for more than 70 years, right here in the heart of the Corn Belt. Wiffles Hybrid, one thing done right. For more information, contact Rich Rosenmeyer, Dale Lappy, or Mitchell Carroll at JDR Seed of Wesley, 515-341-2452, or visit wiffles.com.
What you feed your animals makes a difference. Hi, this is Philip Dietrich from the Algona Feed Store. We are driven to provide you with products and answers that will improve the health and well-being of your animals. We proudly offer products from Hubbard Feeds, so whether you produce meat, milk, and eggs, or just want to give your family pet the proper nutrition it deserves, you can count on the very best with the Algona Feed Store. Visit our location at 525 South Phillips Street and see the difference proper nutrition can make.
Our Edward Jones pregame show continues here on Hometown Radio KLGA. We're talking MOC-Floyd Valley football with head coach Grant Hagstead right now. Coach, thank you very much for joining us here. I guess first off, just kind of give me your thoughts on the season thus far. Off to a 3-1 start before district play begins tonight, but just kind of give me your thoughts on how your team has performed over the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when schedules came out last spring, we were really excited about the non-district schedule that we had, just because we had a lot of quality opponents on it that had a lot of different systems and schemes that we knew would prepare us well for what district play would be. And so it's just been fun to see who this team is for us this fall and who they continue to become. We've learned something a little bit every week, and certainly had some successes, but also had some minor failures that you just learn through those things. And ultimately that's what non-district games are about, is just getting some of that learning in to best prepare you for what district play will be.
It's hard to believe we are in week 5 here, but I guess when you look back to maybe to week 1 of this season, I guess where have you seen the biggest growth from your team over these first few weeks of the season?
Yeah, you know, the thing that I think we keep coming back to as a coaching staff is just the coachability of our kids. You know, week 1 is always week 1 for everybody. As best prepared as you think you are, there's so much learning that occurs on that first Friday night. And I just think our kids' ability to come back every day, Monday through Thursday, with a coachable spirit and just the desire to work and improve has been a testament to just who they are as people. And that's been one of our celebrations as a coaching staff, just as who they continue to grow into. And I think looking to from where we're at week 1, whether it was effort, whether it was execution, whether it was scheme stuff, just their ability to keep committing to the process has really helped move us along to where we're at now, week 5.
I guess when you look on the offensive side of the ball, I guess do you think your team is functioning with the way you would like it to at this point in the season, moving the ball up and down the field? Do you like where you're at on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I think if we review the last 4 weeks, you know, I think 3 out of the 4 of them we'd be really pleased with what our offensive production has been. Our rushing attack has been something that's been pretty solid and has been something that we've kind of built our foundation of our offense around. And you know, weeks 1 through 3. We as a coaching staff felt like that was certainly a strong suit of our game. We've been able to combo our pass game off of that just to give us some versatility and variety with our attack as well. Last week against Lamar's, we weren't at our best. And, you know, as disappointing as that was in a number of different ways, it also provided us a really good moment of realization to go, if we're not at our best, we're not going to get the results that we desire. And so as a whole, through weeks 4, you know, we're excited with a lot of things that we've seen.
Well, I was going to ask you, obviously, anytime you can kind of get a litmus test of where you are getting ready for district play, that's a good thing, because this district this year is going to be tough night in, night out. I guess kind of give me your thoughts on the district, because I know, looking at it from our vantage point, there's not a night off in District 1.
You got that right, Brian. You know, that's one of the strengths, I think, of our district, is that every week you're going to see really good football teams. Every program in Class 3A District 1 is well coached. They've got kids that compete really, really hard. And so you certainly can't take a week off. You can't take a night off, because if you don't show up and play at your best, it's going to certainly cost you there.
Now, when you look at Algona on film, what have you noticed about the Bulldogs, and what are you expecting from them tonight?
Yeah, it's no surprise. They're a really fast, really physical team. If you just watch them, their takeoff from the line of scrimmage, their ability to just play physical football inside the box is certainly something that stands out on film. Beyond that, you know, they've got a number of athletes that are pretty talented on both sides of the football that just have the speed and space that make them pretty dangerous. And so, well-rounded football team. Coach Jacobson's done a really good job just continuing to build the program that tradition was upon, and we know we're going to see a good football team Friday night.
I guess in your mind, keys to this game, some of the things your team has to do if you want to be successful on Friday night as you kick off district play.
Yeah, you know, I think if I just look at us in reflection of last week specifically, we've got to be ready from play number 1 to be at our best. We've got to play fast. We've got to play physical. We've got to play confident. We've got to execute well together. When we've done those things well, on offense, on defense, on special teams, and really played complementary football, that's when we've been at our best. And so offensively, to be able to move the sticks and score the football when opportunities present is going to be really important for us. Defensively, for us to make teams have to drive has probably been one of our strengths too. It's those moments that we've given up big explosive plays is where we've seen some of those points that we've given up. So we just got to make sure we're really solid across, make sure we get 11 halves of the football every single time. And then lastly, just make sure special teams become a piece of the game that allow us to change fields as needed or set up an offense off of a return. Certainly have to be a game changer and for the better for us.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing your team tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Head Coach Grant Higstead of MOC-Floyd Valley joining us as we get set for Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley District 1 opener tonight for both schools. We'll take a timeout. Back with more of your Edward Jones pregame show after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe it's less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering the magic in life. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Jerry Sokup. Count on me for financial strategies that can help support a life you love, because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me at 515-295-7766 and let's find your rich. Along with Bruce Keith, Brady Ross, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Member SIPC.
Kossuth Regional Health Center is your home for recovery care. This is Shane Meschke, physical therapist at KRHC. Let our local team help you recover with physical therapy, cardiac rehab, and many other services. And for student athletes, we're ready to help you get back in the game. Find us online at krhc.com or call 295-2451.
Kossuth Regional Health Center, your home for health care.
Cook Scrap Iron and Metal in Algona. Think Cooks for all your new steel and welding supplies. Do you have any leftover material you don't need anymore? Cooks will take your scrap iron and scrap metal too. A family-owned business since 1913. Cooks Scrap Iron and Metal in Algona. Call them today at 515-295-2512 or stop in at 900 East McGregor Street, Algona.
Counting down to kickoff tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley Class 3A District 1 opener for both schools tonight. The other games in the district tonight, you got Sioux City Heelan. They are just north of us tonight up at Sioux Center. That's a big game tonight. Sioux Center is undefeated on the season. Heelan comes in at 3-1. And then you've got Webster City and Humboldt tonight playing down in Humboldt. I believe it's homecoming for the Wildcats tonight. So we'll see how things shake out here week number 1 of district play. Let's take a look at your starting lineups tonight. First off, for the Bulldogs, our starting lineup looks like this. Up front, you got Mason Ulrich at left tackle, 5'10", 235 pounds, and a junior. Brody Shipler at the left guard spot, 6 foot, 200, and a junior. Tate Carter, the center, 6'3", 265, and a senior. Will Limbaugh, the right guard, 6'3", 240, and a junior. And then Max Nevitt at center. Max Nevitt at right tackle, 6'1", 280, and a senior. The tight end, Taven Zinnel, 5'11", 190, and a senior. Quentin Frombach, the wideout, 5'11", 170, and a senior. The wing backs, Micah Kitzinger, 6'3", 190, and a junior. Tate Garman, 5'10", 200, and a senior. Will Weichert, the feature back, 5'11", 190, and a senior. And then Nathan Mansky, the quarterback, 6'2", 200 pounds, and a junior for the Bulldogs. Defensively for Algona, they'll go with that three-man front, Ulrich, Nevitt, and Limbaugh. And then in the defensive secondary linebackers, Tate Garman, Taven Zinnel, Tate and Rummel, the 6'3", 215-pound sophomore, starts in the linebacking core, along with Cale Rodert, 5'11", 190, and a junior. Brody Shipler also in there at linebacker. The corners, Caden Keeker and Micah Kitzinger, and then Nathan Mansky, the free safety for the Bulldogs. Taking a look at MOC-Floyd Valley, their starting lineup looks like this. As the left tackle, Drain Punt, 6'7", 235, and a senior. The left guard, Carson Klein, 6'2", 245, and a senior. The center is Brandon Van Kloppenberg, 6'4", 205, and a senior. The right guard is Caden Recker, 6'2", 195, and a senior. Jacob Mulder at 6'6", 260, and a senior. He's the right tackle. Tight end Henry Heller, 6 foot, 195, and a sophomore. The wideouts, Cole Pottebaum, 5'10", 165, and a senior, and Albert Vanzi, 6'1", 175, and a junior. The wingback is Blake Ewell, 5'11", 195, and a junior. Dylan Mosdem is the feature back, 6 foot, 195, and a senior. We'll talk about him throughout the night tonight. He's the one you got to stop. Carson Carmichael is the quarterback, 6 foot 185 and a senior. They will run a three-man front as well, kind of a 3-4 with Drayden Punt, Carson Klein, and then Brandon Van Kloppenberg up front. The linebackers, Henry Heller, Caden Recker, Blake Ewell, and Dylan Mosdom. The safeties are Carter Brightwell, 6 foot, 170-pound senior, and Cole Potabom, and then Hudson Klein Hesselink, 5'10", 160, and a sophomore, is a corner, along with Albert Van Zeeb as well. The starting lineups tonight for MOC-Floyd Valley. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about your Kemna keys to the game right after this, as the pregame show continues. Your Edward Jones pregame show continues here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Life changes, then it changes again. At Edward Jones, we believe that when it comes to your financial goals, you can't predict the unexpected, but you can prepare. Challenges such as job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Hi, I'm Mackenzie Jorgensen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together to help make sure you're ready for life's ups and downs. Call us at 515-395-4021 to get started. Together with Brady Ross, Jerry Sokup, and Bruce Keith, we are local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Get ready for a powerful outdoor experience with products from Tom Eisen Sales. They stock and service steel products and Toro mowers and snow blowers. Hitch up and go with their awesome selection of trailers. They carry a variety of trailers to fit your needs, like flatbed, enclosed, utility, gooseneck, and more. Turn pro in your own backyard with a Green Mountain pellet grill. Whatever the job, get it done like a pro with products from Tom Eisen Sales. Your store in the country, Highway 18, just west of Algona.
At Wiffles Hybrids, they're completely focused on developing and producing the very best seed corn on the planet. A snack they've been polishing for more than 70 years, right here in the heart of the Corn Belt. Wiffles Hybrid, one thing done right. For more information, contact Rich Rosemeyer, Dale Lappy, or Mitchell Carroll at JDR Seed of Wesley, 515-341-2452, or visit wiffles.com.
At Kemna Auto Center, they understand that you have no shortage of options when it comes to purchasing or servicing your car. They're your hometown dealer for new GM, Ford, and Chrysler makes and models. Plus, they also offer an extensive selection of pre-owned vehicles. Serving you with a dedicated sales and finance team, along with world-class service technicians that are passionate about keeping your ride in top shape. Visit their showrooms today for an experience you deserve. Kemna Auto Center in Algona.
Countdown to kickoff tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream alongside Todd Van Otterloo. I'm Brian Wilson. We're Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley getting set to go in Class 3A District 1 action. I'm going to tell you tonight, folks, you're not going to hear a lot of crowd noise because we are in a booth. The windows do not open. It's a nice booth. It's air conditioned. I'm not going to complain about anything, but the windows do not open. So you're going to hear me and Todd probably breathing a little bit, but it's not going to be a lot of crowd noise here. You might hear something that rumbles through, but not going to hear a lot through this glass here up here tonight. As it's time for your Kemna Keys to the Game, brought to you by your Kemna Auto Center in Algona. And Todd, for the Bulldogs, I think really just kind of keep that effort going from last week. Try and play a full 4 quarters, as the last week was a very complete game start to finish for Algona, something we probably hadn't seen through the first 3 weeks. And got to try and replicate that effort tonight.
Yeah, you're right. I think with our confidence that we had last week, for offensively, just continue to be balanced. We're doing a nice job running the football, but establish that line of scrimmage right away, and then just take care of the football is key for us on offense. And then I think on defense, we can't let their running back have some explosive plays. Everybody's got to rally to him. We just can't have one guy trying to tackle him. He's pretty shifty, so we got to make sure everybody is swarming to the ball tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Mosdom is the leading rusher in Class 3A. Last week, though, he was kind of held in check by Lamar's. They held him under 70 yards on about 16 carries, so they did a nice job there. But they're going to go with a couple. They'll go with a couple tight end formations and stuff that the Bulldogs will have to find a way to make sure they contain him there, because he'll break off long runs if you let him. So definitely defensively, and once again, you're going to have to make them do what they maybe don't want to do so much, and that's throw the football.
Yeah, you're right. They don't want to throw they will throw the football, but they want to run the football, and if we can make them throw it, I like our chances tonight.
So your Chemna keys to the game right here on Hometown Radio KLGA as we're getting set for kickoff tonight. The Bulldogs making their way out to the field. The Dutch will be coming out in just a second. The national anthem will be played here in just a few minutes. But those are your Chemna keys to the game brought to you by your Chemna Auto Center here in Algona. We appreciate Tom and everybody being part of our broadcast once again here this season. We will take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about your Grassmasters field condition reports. We'll do that right after this here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
What you feed your animals makes a difference. Hi, this is Philip Dietrich from the Algona Feed Store. We are driven to provide you with products and answers that will improve the health and well-being of your animals. We proudly offer products from Hubbard Feeds, so whether you produce meat, milk, and eggs, or just want to give your family pet the proper nutrition it deserves, you can count on the very best with the and see the difference proper nutrition can make.
Get ready for a powerful outdoor experience with products from Tom Eischen Sales. They stock and service still products and Toro mowers and snow blowers. Hitch up and go with their awesome selection of trailers. They carry a variety of trailers to fit your needs, like flatbed, enclosed, utility, gooseneck, and more. Turn pro in your own backyard with a Green Mountain pellet grill. Whatever the job, get it done like a pro with products from Tom Eischen Sales. Your store in the country, Highway 18, just west of Algona.
At Grassmasters, we believe the secret to a successful season is hard work and dedication, the same qualities that make up a winning team. Preparation, perseverance, and teamwork have enabled us to rise above the competition and bring you a championship team. So as this year kicks off, we at Grassmasters would like to wish all of the local athletes the very best and a successful season on and off the field. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
As we come back, about 7 minutes away from kickoff tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream alongside Todd Van Otterloo. I'm Brian Wilson. We're Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley getting set to go tonight and a trip to MOC. My first time broadcasting here in Orange City. Like I've done games all over the place, but I don't think I've ever done a game here in Orange City against the Dutch, well, at least for football, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've been here when I was younger a lot. My parents grew up here, and then my grandparents, so it's good to be back here.
I was going to say, with the name Van Otterloo, you fit in pretty well around here.
Yeah.
Although I'm not complaining. You look at this, at least the majority of the players for MOC-Floyd Valley, it could be a lot worse. When we played Boyden Hull Rock Valley, some of those Dutch names are tough to. They'll definitely twist up the tongue if you let them, but not too bad. I'm not gonna complain about the Dutch here tonight in terms of the last names being hard on the broadcaster. Time for a Grassmasters field condition report right here on Hometown Radio, and a beautiful field. This is Corver Field here at Northwestern DeValis Stadium, and they've got the field turf here, Northwestern Red Raiders. That's their nickname, if you do not know, but it looks like it's in great shape. We haven't had any rain. Like the last couple of weeks, we've had rain right before kickoff, maybe made things slippery, but nothing like that tonight.
No, you're right. The field looks great. Obviously, the turf here at the college, they keep that pretty well, so I don't see any issues with the conditions tonight.
No, field conditions look like they should be great. The sun is starting to set. The Bulldog fans are on the far side. Still a couple of spots in the sun over in the visiting stands, but that'll be taken care of here in the next few minutes. So we want to thank Grassmasters for being part of our broadcast once again this season. As your field condition report, like I said, that field turf looks like it's in great shape and definitely dry tonight. We haven't had any rain to think about here in the last week or so. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about your game time temperature, your coin toss, and kickoff right after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream as we'll wrap up our Edward Jones pregame show right after this.
With fall starting, so is seasonal allergies. This is Dr. John C. Kortenberg at Eyes on Thorrington. Do your eyes itch? Are they irritated or watering? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you may benefit from a prescription for your ocular allergies. Why not feel better today? Call to schedule an appointment at Eyes on Thorrington at 395-EYES. That's 395-3937.
Living in Iowa sure means we rely on our furnaces and air conditioners to keep us comfortable all year round. That's why Algona Plumbing and Heating is proud to be your local trusted Armstrong dealer. They're committed to bringing you the highest quality products in heating and cooling, and it doesn't get any better than Armstrong furnaces and air conditioners. For all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, give them a call at 295-5240 or stop by their Dodge Street location. Live comfortably with Algona Plumbing and Heating.
Hometown Radio presents Bulldog Football. Brought to you by Iowa State Bank, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint and Sports Surgeons, Security State Bank, Murphy Farm Services, and the many hometown and home country sports club members you'll hear throughout the game. Now we go live to Hometown Radio's own Brian Wilson with the call.
We come back and set for kickoff tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA alongside Todd Van Otterloo. I'm Brian Wilson as the national anthem just about set to be played here by the MOC-Floyd Valley Marching Band as they are set to go here. And once they are concluded, we'll have your game time temperature and your field condition report brought to you by the folks over at Eyes on Thornton and also the folks at Algona Plumbing and Heating. Right now, quick timeout for the playing of our national anthem.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
More Sports Club members.
Kimco Tires, they're all you need to know about tires and service.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, insuring our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Algona, Soy City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy service.
Reeves Wicked Good Bar and Grill, for wicked good food, drinks, and service. You gotta go to Reeves.
West Bend Ford, meeting your service, new and used vehicle needs.
Algona Pizza Ranch, there's so much to love.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
We come back, getting set for kickoff tonight right here on Hometown Radio. As I say, normally when we've got a window that we can stick a microphone out, we just would have had the national anthem for you, but you wouldn't have been able to hear a darn thing with the way that was going. The band was playing as loud as they could. Still couldn't hear much up here. As we're getting set for your coin toss, brought to you by the folks over at Eyes on Thornton. See the difference at Eyes on Thornton as the Bulldogs over on the far side, the visiting whites, red lettered numerals with black trim, MOC-Floyd Valley, purple tops, black pants with white lettered numerals. So easy to see for the broadcasters up here. We appreciate that. Now the Bulldogs, let's see who they send out for captains tonight. They're still making their way on over, as we're just a few moments away from kickoff here on Hometown Radio KLGA. And as I said, the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Bishop Garrigan at home tonight taking on Turkey Valley. They were supposed to play Rockford this week, but Rockford has canceled their season. So fortunately for Coach Wadley and company, they were able to get a game in tonight. Captains for the Bulldogs:
Zennel,
Evan Alley, Tyler Bradley,
and Hayden Fitz, I think.
There you go. So they are meeting out at midfield for your coin toss, brought to you by the folks at Eyes on Thornton. You can see the difference over at Eyes on Thornton. Bulldogs have won the toss, and they have elected to receive the football. They will be moving from left to right across your radio dial, heading towards the south goal. So the Bulldogs will have it first, brought to you by the folks over at Eyes on Thornton. That's your coin toss. As I said, brought to you by the folks at Eyes on Thornton. See the difference at Eyes on Thornton. Your game time temperature tonight, brought to you by the folks at Algona Plumbing and Heating. We've got a very warm 79 degrees right now, Todd, so we'll see what it's like when the game is over. But right now, 79 degrees is the temperature in Orange City. As I said, brought to you by the folks over at Algona Plumbing and Heating. So we're getting set to go tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Bulldogs will move from left to right across your radio dial.
Yeah, it's a perfect night for football. Like you said, 79 degrees. I see scooters over there across the way. They're not going to need any butterscotch hot latte or anything tonight.
No, there is a breeze out of the south, so the Bulldogs will be going into the wind to start this game here tonight. But we'll see. Evan Alley, he might be able to play tonight, Todd, so hopefully that would be a big bonus for the Bulldog offense if they can get Evan back.
Yeah, I heard in school he's going to play offense tonight, so that'll be good to have him out on the field tonight.
That it most definitely would. As back deep, Tate Garman and Will Weichert. They are back deep there. We'll see who kicks off. Drayden Punt, listed as one of their kickers.
25.
Nope. All right. Well, then it's going to be, well, it's not either one that the coach sent me. So let's take a look, see who's number 25 for MOC-Floyd Valley. Cesar Martinez. All right. Well, gave me the old triple deke there on the who's the kicker. But we are set to go. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock. As we're set for Class 3A District 1 action tonight. Alley and Weichert standing about their own 6-yard line. The wind is behind Martinez to kick it away. And he squibs. It's kind of an onside kick. Somebody's got to go get it. The ball's still rolling, and it's going to go out of bounds. Wow. Once again, the up. I don't know if they saw that last week, Todd, from the Waverly tape.
Yeah. That
they tried to attack, but it went past Micah Kitzinger, and then nobody came up to get it. And fortunately, it goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was close. They might have saw that on tape, or he just didn't hit that very well. Yeah. But we're lucky that went out of bounds.
So 1st down and 10 at the 35. And to be fair, one of the upbacks that were coming out might have saw it. The ball was going out of bounds. So Evan Alley is in the game to start. He's split wide to the left. Tate Garman and Micah Kitzinger go wide to the right. Weichert in the backfield with Nathan. Nathan takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw out in the flat to Tate Garman. Tate trying to make a man miss right away. Gets forward for a yard. That's about it. Call it 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, good pursuit there by number 53 there. Came down the line. They just threw a quick hitter out there to Tate. Not much there.
Trying to get him out in some space. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs. Just underway tonight right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Twin receivers left. Weichert to the left of Nathan Mansky. Nathan's going to keep it himself through the middle, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 3rd and long coming up for Algona here on their opening drive.
Yeah, they had quite a few guys in the box there. They were looking for a run there and were able to get a stop on us there. So 3rd and long here.
3rd down and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs in their opening drive. They won the toss and elected to have the football. Trip receivers to the left. Owen Moe's wide right by himself. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up, fires deep down the sideline. He's got Evan Alley behind the defense. Evan makes the catch at the 30. 25, stripped of the football. It's out. Owen Moe, can he dive on it? He does at the 26-yard line. And no way, no. He was on the football. That is Algona ball. Don't even try to say MOC-Floyd Valley football. Owen Moe had it on the ground. He was touched. Then they ripped it away from him.
I thought he was down, and then they took it away from him.
Yeah. Both teams are lobbying for their side here, as Evan was stripped from behind. And they're telling the MOC-Floyd Valley bench to back up right now. I thought Owen Moe was on it, and he had it, and then he got jumped on and had it taken away from him.
Yep. Good call.
So 1st down and 10 for Algona at the 26 of MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, Evan just got behind the defense there. Nice throw there by Nathan. Just got to hold on to that football next time.
As I say, you got it stripped from behind. Heads up by Owen Moe to go get on it. Big play early on. 1st down and 10 approaching the Red Power Team red zone. Bulldogs overload the right side here. Nathan takes a snap, gives to Will through the right side. Will trying to find some space. Fights forward for a good 5-6 yards here on 1st down. Inside the 20, right at the 20-yard line. So it is a gain of 6 here.
Good 1st down play there for the Bulldogs. I like what they're doing. They have Evan split out as a receiver and Tate Garman in a slot. 2 weapons out there that we can use.
So that was a nice pickup there of over 40 yards from Mansky to Evan Alley. Nathan fakes a handoff, throws out in the slot. He's got his receiver over there. It's Tate Garman. That's a 1st down inside the 15 at the 14. So 1st down and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. Little pitch and catch there for the Algona.
Yeah, just a hitch route there for Tate Garman, and nice throw there by Nathan. Good first drive here for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10 at the MOC-Floyd Valley 14. 9:58 to go opening quarter. Algona on the move after a nice third down conversion. Mansky with Weichert to his right. Takes the snap. He's going to fake a handoff. Look at the throw. Fires over the middle. It's tipped. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 10-yard line as they were trying to find Tayton Rummel, and the ball was a little bit behind Tayton, and the interception made there.
Yeah, just a play-action pass there. Just didn't execute that throw there, and good defensive play there by MOC.
Number 5, Henry Heller on the pick. And the Bulldogs turn it over deep in MOC-Floyd Valley territory as they were inside the red zone. Your local Red Power teams sponsoring your Red Power Team Red Zone. Bancroft, Corwith, West Bend, and Humboldt. So now MOC-Floyd Valley. Bulldogs turned it over on their first drive last week, Todd. We'll see if things shape up the same way eventually.
Yeah, we'll see how we respond to this. A little adversity here.
So first down and 10 for the Dutch. They have it at their own 10-yard line. Mosdem is behind Carmichael. Trip receivers to the right, one wide left. They throw out in the flat there, and a broken tackle and down the sideline. Good gain here for MOC-Floyd Valley as they get it out on the far side.
Yeah, just a quick hitter to the outside on that trip side. We just missed that tackle by Tate. Good first play there for MOC.
It's Hudson Klein Hesselink on the catch there for MOC-Floyd Valley. He gets it out to the 26. That's a gain of 16 on first down for MOC-Floyd Valley. As the Dutch come out, pistol set. Receivers either way. They send Mosdem out wide to the right this time. Now they send him in motion. Look for the jet sweep. Here he comes around the right side. Cuts up field, and he's going to have about 4 yards here on first down. Call it 5.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to hit the edge on us there. We were able to turn that back in, so that was good defense, but good first down play for MOC too.
Yeah, Mosdem gets 5 yards. Second down and 5 coming up. Just underway, 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go opening quarter. Bulldogs were on the move, but the third interception of the year for Nathan Mansky stops the drive. Second down and 5, I formation behind Carmichael this time. He gives to Mosdem straight off the left side, trying to bounce to the outside now. Makes a couple men miss. He's at the 40, 45 midfield, and he's gone. 30, 25, 20. Nobody's going to catch him. No flags on the field, and that's the big play the Bulldogs were trying to avoid.
Yep, and they went to that double tight end set there, and he was able to be a little shifty there, got outside, and the rest was history from there.
69-yard touchdown run, and that was the big play the Bulldogs were hoping to avoid that they can't do. The side judge on the far side fell down trying to run down the sideline. Looks like he's going to be okay, but a 69-yard touchdown run by Dylan Mosdem and MOC-Floyd Valley on the board first as they hit the home run ball that the Bulldogs couldn't hit.
Yeah, that's something that we don't want to see a lot tonight. You know, we got to limit those big plays with him, and you know it's hard to simulate this running back in practice, so we got to get used to his speed.
On for the point after tries William Evans. As the Dutch strike first, 8:44 to go opening quarter. 6-0 with the point after coming. Snap is down. The kick is on the way. It's up. It is good. We've got 8:44 to go here in this opening quarter. It's MOC-Floyd Valley 7, Algona nothing. Back after this timeout here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Thank you to those sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
New Way K&H Co-op, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident.
Algona Livestock Sales every Monday.
Weichert Realty, the 515 agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush beats a full house.
Cotton Gray Farm Management and Land Realty, trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
All sponsors of this game's broadcast.
Where you bank matters. Hi, I'm Sherry Bacon at Security State Bank, and we're relationship bankers. We get to know our customers and understand their financial needs. We're locally owned and operated, which means family, community, and service always comes first. So come to Security State Bank. We'll treat you like family. Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
$8:44 to go opening quarter. Algona trails 7-0 as Dylan Mosdem strikes 69-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he's pretty shifty running back. Impressed with him on that drive. You know, they tried to go on the edge those first two plays and then gave it to him, and he made a move, and got to give him credit. They executed that well.
So MOC-Floyd Valley to kick it away here. Bulldogs with their second possession now after driving down inside the 20. Cesar Martinez to kick it away once again. We'll see if he tries that squib again. But the interception, and MOC-Floyd Valley turns it into points. That's another squibber. High hop. It's going to be fielded by, oh no, it's not going to be fielded by Will Weichert. Still, that one's going to go out of bounds too, back at the 10-yard line. It got past Will Weichert after it bounced over somebody's head on the far side, and that one goes out of bounds too. So Algona will have it again at the 35.
Yeah, with those squib kicks, you just don't know how they're going to bounce. You know, they got two good bounces there. Again, we were fortunate for that to go out of bounds.
Bishop Garrigan up 8-0 already on the second play from scrimmage. 62-yard touchdown pass for Tate Furch. So the Bulldogs have it for the second time. First down and 10. They send Evan Alley wide left. Twin receivers wide right. One man in the backfield with Mansky. It's Will Weichert. Nathan throws a quick hitter out here to Evan Alley in space. Evan makes a man miss. Dives across the 45. Should be a first down for the Bulldogs. Pick up a 10, or actually pick up of 11. They give him the 46, so call it a gain of 11 on first down.
Good first down there play for the Bulldogs. Just RPO action, faking that run, and then that corner was way off. Evan just did a speed out, and nice throw there by Nathan.
Just so good to have Evan Alley back in the lineup.
You know, some of the watch here, there's the guy over Garmin in the slot's like 10 yards back.
Twin receivers left. Tight end on the right side of the line. Nathan sends Garmin in motion. They fake the jet sweep. They go up the middle to Will Weichert. Will taken down after he gets across the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. Call it second down. And actually, they're marking it right at the line. So second down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, not much there. MOC sometimes is going to that four-man front instead of that three-man front. So when they think it's a run, they're probably sliding somebody in for that four-man front.
Second down and 10, 7:50 to go here in this opening quarter. 7-0 MOC-Floyd Valley in front. Twin receivers right, one wide left. Nathan takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws to Evan again, makes a catch in space, gets across the 45 of MOC-Floyd Valley. He's going to be just shy. Looks like it should be 3rd and 1 coming up for Algona.
Again, that corner is playing way off in Evan Alley, which I would too. And they're just throwing a speed out to him, and he's getting good yardage.
Well, got 11 the first time, gets 9 there on 2nd and 10. So 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Bulldogs with 7:20 to go opening quarter. Algona trying to match the opening score from MOC-Floyd Valley. Twin receivers left, tight end to right. Wing back that way as well. Nathan takes the snap, keeps it himself. Nathan Mansky spins forward. Did he get the first down? Looks like he got it maybe by the length of the football. But they're moving the sticks. Needed 1, got 1.5, and that's one too, Todd. He spins there, and he's almost broken free. So they're bringing some pressure on those run plays, see if the Bulldogs can break one themselves.
Yeah, they're selling out on those runs, and Nathan, like you said, he almost spun out of that and could have gone and scored.
First down and 10. Twin receivers left. Tight end wing back to the right. Nathan sends Garmin in motion. They fake the jet sweep, go up the middle to Will Weichert. Will's got room to run. Will Weichert at the 30, spins out of a tackle to 25, still on his feet, 20. Hold on to the football, young man. All the way down to the 17-yard line. Solid pickup there for the Bulldogs as he goes for about 27 there on first down.
Good execution there for the Bulldogs, faking that jet sweep, giving it to Will up the middle. Good play there.
Bulldogs inside the Red Power Team red zone for the second time tonight. Let's see if they can come away with points this time. As Nathan was picked off at the 10-yard line in the opening drive. First down and 10. Alley and Garmin go wide right. Wing back and tight end to the left. Nathan takes the snap. Gives up the middle to Will Weicker. Will's got room to run. 10, 5, inside the 5, down to the 4. First and goal coming up Algona, as Nathan looked like he held on to that ball just maybe a count extra, Todd, and the defense was trying to find the ball and couldn't do it.
Yeah, he was reading something there and felt like he should give it to Will there. Guys up front did a nice job. So good. Another positive play for the Bulldogs.
13 more for Weicker off the right side that time. First and goal Algona from the 4. Bulldogs trying to knot things up after getting hit by Mazdam in a 69-yard touchdown. 5:30 to go opening quarter. Nathan takes the snap, gives to Weicker straight up the middle. Will Weicker in, touchdown Bulldogs.
Nice job Bulldogs. You know, they have 7 guys in the box, and we're still getting good yardage. So this is a good sign for the Bulldogs.
That was a great run up the middle. That wouldn't have gone a lot farther than 4 yards had they needed it. But Will Weicker in, and the Bulldogs an extra point away from tying this football game. As Runner Trujillo on for the point after try. 5:27 to go in the opening quarter. That was a nice answer for Algona. Snap down, kick on the way. It's up. It is good. We are tied at 7. 5:27 to go in this opening quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Some of the most significant power outages in recent years have been caused by extreme cold weather and severe storms. Whether it's snow, ice, or extreme wind, don't be caught in the dark. At Murphy Farm Services, our top-of-the-line Generac or Cummins generators will automatically power your home in the event of a power loss. Already have a standby generator? Call us today to get on our preventative maintenance list to ensure your machine is running at its maximum efficiency. Contact your local certified ag, electrical, and generator sales and service dealer. Murphy Farm Services, delivering the power you need when you need it.
Bringing you this game.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East, Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Oak Crest Funeral Service, celebrating a life lived.
Bill's Auto and Truck Repair Service is the difference.
Billy Offerman, your State Farm agent in Algona. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Signworks Inc. For all your signage needs and printed apparel, stop in or call 295-9544.
Schindler Lawn Care and Landscaping, 515-320-3840 or schindlerlawncare@gmail.com.
A solid answer by Algona. They go 65 yards. The last 44 were Will Weicker. He goes in from 4 yards out to even the game at 7. As Runner Trujillo on to kick for the first time. As he hangs this one up, it's going to be fielded on the run at about the 15-yard line. And get it out across the 25.
Brooks Kuhlman there right away.
And
a bunch of other Bulldogs there. Owen Moe.
Number 9, Albert Van Zee. On the return. He gets out to the 27, and now the Bulldog defense has to make some adjustments, Todd.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We just got to get used to the speed of the running back. But like you said, that drive was great for the Bulldog offense, responding after they scored. Found something up the middle there, so good execution by the Bulldog offense.
7-7, 5:22 to go here, opening quarter. It's MOC-Floyd Valley now with their second possession. Carmichael will line up in the pistol set. He's got Mazdam to his right, twin receivers either way. So he takes a snap, looking to throw, steps up, under pressure, takes off, and he's going to be dropped. Ball. Did the ball come out? No.
Nope.
He held on to it. Will Limbaugh. I think that's going to go down as a loss. We'll call it a high V sack attack for Will Limbaugh. Second down and 11 coming up. Another $25 going into the kitty for the local food pantry, courtesy of Algona's Will Limbaugh there in the Algona Hy-Vee store.
Nice job, Will. Also Max there causing some pressure. So good first down defensive play for us.
So second down and 11 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley. They line up in that I formation again, one receiver each way. This is the one where Mazdam was able to break a run. Actually, they got a fullback to the left of Carmichael. They give us to Mazdam to the left side. Big hole again. He's off to the races. Somebody's got to get him on the ground. They're not doing it. Nathan Mansky tracks him down finally at the 45-yard line. But Algona's got to figure that out, Todd. The first time they ran that formation, it went for 69. This time they take it all the way into Algona territory for a gain of almost 31.
Yeah, up the middle there. He hit some good feet there, made a move, and good tackle there by Nathan. Saving a touchdown run there.
Didn't give up on the play, but the Bulldogs got to find a way to contain that. First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. 4:10 to go in the opening quarter. As they got to hustle here. They got 15 on the play clock. They're just bringing it in right now. But it looked like the Bulldogs had it bottled up, but then just one little crease, and Maasdam was off and running. Trip receivers left, one wide right. Maasdam to the left of Carmichael. They throw a little quick hitter out in the flat here, and the Bulldogs have it snuffed out. Nicely done. As that was Tate Garman, Will Weichert there, and Taven Zinnel.
Good defensive play there.
Yep.
Just a quick screen out to the Trip side. Nothing there for him. We were bringing pressure on the outside, too.
Carter Brightwell on the catch. He lost a yard. Second down and 11. 3:30 to go opening quarter. 7-7, Algona and MOC-Floyd Valley. Thanks for tuning us in tonight here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. They line up in that. They've got backs either way. They got the fullback to the right of Carmichael, Maasdam to the left. And the give is to Maasdam around the right side, and the Bulldogs stretch it out and do a nice job. They get him on the ground for a gain of 1, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, good job there, defense, stringing that out. If teams try to run side to side against us, I like our chances. It's just, when they run straight at us, we got to do a better job executing, which we did a nice job there with that outside play.
Yep, Mason Ulrich, Will Limbaugh, Max Devitt doing a nice job up front on that one. 3rd and 10 for the Dutch. This is where you want them. 2:44 to go in the opening quarter. See if the Bulldogs can get a stop there.
Watch a screen here.
Yeah. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Carmichael has Maasdam to his left. Bulldogs with no down lineman. High snap. Pressure coming. Carmichael fires. It's caught short of the first down, but it's going to be at the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down at about 4 here, Todd, for MOC.
We'll see what they do here. They might try and go on 2 here, call timeout.
Yeah.
Good, just little safe play there, just a hitch route there, and nice execution there. Good tackle. I didn't see who made that tackle, but Bulldogs kept it in front of him.
Yeah. Maasdam had his hands on his knees there. It looks like he needs a quick breather, but he's not coming out right now. 4th down and 4 here for MOC. Big spot in this game.
Watch the ball.
Yeah. Down to 15 on the play clock as the Dutch bring it in.
Double tight here.
Yep. Double tight I formation behind Carmichael. Turn and give us to Maasdam off the right side.
Stuffed.
No, he didn't get it. No, he did not.
Nope.
Didn't get it. He tried to stretch it out at the end, but he was already down. The Bulldogs turn him over.
Nice job, Bulldog defense. They got in that double tight set. Not much there. Good job execution there.
So Algona gets the turnover on downs, and now they get the football back with 1:37 to go in this opening quarter. And right where they started their first 2 drives, they're starting at the 36.
All right, see if we give it to Will here or take a shot.
Big defensive stop right there. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They send Evan Alley wide left, otherwise a tight formation, bunch to the right. They send Evan in motion. They're going to go to Evan on the jet sweep. Evan trying to get the corner turn. And he's going to be taken down out of bounds, shoved down late.
Yeah, not much there.
No, he's going to lose a couple on that jet sweep, and the Bulldogs will be facing the 2nd down and about 12 here.
Yeah, MOC did a nice job stringing that out. Tried to get Evan's speed on the edge and just wasn't there.
So 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Bulldogs. 1:18 to go here in this opening quarter. And the clock was running. It shouldn't have been. It was pushed out of bounds. Evan Alley wide left. They send 2 guys that way with him.
Yeah, they've got 2 over him now.
Nathan has the ball go through his hands. He tries to pick it up. He kicks it back to the 15-yard line, and he's going to lose a bunch of yards there, and Algona's now got 3rd and forever as Algona loses 19 yards. Nathan tried to pick it up, and he kicked it back further.
Yeah, just not good execution there, and MOC has put 2 guys over Evans, so that should open the box up a little bit, but we'll see. 3rd and long, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do here.
This is 3rd down and 31 for Algona. The ball to 15. They need the 46. The first thing we do is got to catch the snap. Nathan sends Garmin in motion. They fake the jet sweep, go up the middle to Will Weichert. Will breaks a couple tackles. Still on his feet out across the 25, so he gets 10 yards back, but that'll just be some more room for the Bulldogs to punt the football away.
But, it's good to see. We're having a lot of success up the middle there with Will, so look for us to come back to that hopefully, and just can't overcome that 3rd and long.
Well, it's 1-2. We tried that jet sweep a couple times on 1st down, Todd, in other games, and Seems like if it doesn't work out, you're losing yardage, and then that sends you back. And the Bulldogs are going to send this to the second quarter. Coyer Spear can punt with the wind at his back. We have played one. It's Algona 7, MOC-Floyd Valley 7. Back after this timeout here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
Dump It, Kasuth County's local and reliable waste service provider for commercial and residential customers.
Albert Electric, flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Erfelding Excavating Enterprises. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Fairway, everything's easier, fresher, and faster with Algona Fairway.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
7-7 after one. The Bulldogs will punt the football to start the second quarter alongside Todd Van Ottelu and Brian Wilson. It's Coyer Spear to punt the football. MOC-Floyd Valley sends Kenneth Hoffmeyer, or excuse me, Kate Pottlebaum back deep. They've got a couple guys with the same number. Good snap back to Coyer. And he puts a foot into it. It's a high-hanging kick. It's going to bounce at the 45. Takes an Algona bounce inside the 30, all the way down to the 24-yard line. Nice job, Coyer Spear.
Nice job, Coyer. Got that good bounce. That's a good thing with the turf. Usually you get a good bounce, and I thought he did a nice job there.
As MOC did not bring any pressure on that punt, Todd, so he had time to boot it away. And it was one of those, it was short enough that the back couldn't come up and get it, because the Bulldogs had coverage downfield, and then it rolled another 20 yards almost. So MOC-Floyd Valley has it 1st and 10 at their own, they mark it at the 25.
So it didn't hurt MOC when they went for it on 4th down there, but defense did a nice job last drive, I thought.
1st down and 10 for the Dutch. They'll send trip receivers to the right, one wide left. Mazdam to the right of Carmichael. Carmichael takes a snap, throws to the side. He's got a man out there. That's Z. Breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet. 45, midfield stripe, taken down at the 43-yard line by Cale Rodert. But the Bulldogs missing tackles, Todd, and it's leading to big gains for MOC.
Yeah, and we were close to getting our hands on that. We had 2 guys get their hands up. I thought we were going to deflect that and missed a tackle, like you said, and big play there for MOC.
As Albert Van Zee takes it from the 25-yard line all the way across to the Algona 43, so pick up a 32 yards there on 1st down.
You can tell MOC wants to get to that edge. They've done a nice job getting to the edge there a few times.
Now they come back with that double tight set. Mazdam to the left of Carmichael. Takes a shotgun snap, pitches wide to Mazdam, trying to set the edge, and the Bulldogs do a nice job. He gets 3 or 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, just a toss. Sweep to him there. Bulldogs, I thought, did a nice job, but also that's, 4 yards for MOC. They'll probably take that.
2nd down and 6 coming up. 11:24 to go in this first half. And they've had that one big play on each drive so far, Todd.
Yeah, that's something that we got to limit, their explosive plays.
Yeah, because they're already in 4-down territory right now. 2nd down and 6. Offset eye here in that pistol set. Receivers either way, but this is probably going to number 11. It is off the left side. Bulldogs stack it up for a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Look like Brody Shipler there. Rummel there.
Oh.
Yeah, we won the line of scrimmage there, and then our linebackers just filled, so nice job.
Yeah, and you could see that one all the way. It was going to number 11. So 3rd down and 7 for the Dutch. Clock running, 10:35 to go first half. 22-0, Bishop Garrigan in front. Taking on Turkey Valley tonight. That game on Home Country Radio KLGZ and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. They'll send 2 receivers either way.
It's empty. Nope.
Tight end on the right side of the line. Nope.
Look at.
Whoa, no, if he's coming out, he was in the huddle. Now they're going to call timeout. There's a flag coming in late because if he's coming off, he was in the huddle. That's got to be a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, did they throw a flag because of delay of game possibly? But they called timeout. So as it is, MOC-Floyd Valley will have 3rd and 7. Coach Jacobson's wondering about the flag, and I'm wondering if it was delay of game, but they called the timeout beforehand. Because they had somebody coming off, Tyler. He was coming to the sideline.
Yeah, they must have called that timeout before.
Yeah, no penalty for illegal substitution is what they say. So we can hear that enough. 10-13 to go here in this first half. But a big spot right here. You don't want to give them a chance to go for it on 4th and 2. If you can make a run, go for it on 4th and 7. That's fine, 4th and 8. But you don't want to give them 4, 5, 6 yards here on 3rd and 7.
No, because they'll probably go for it, obviously, if it's 4th and short. So big play here. Watch for a screen. They haven't ran one up the middle yet. We like to bring backers up the middle. Will they try that? Or they've been having some success getting to the edge.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Dutch. 10-13 to go here first half. Good crowd on hand tonight, and good decent amount of Bulldog fans made the trek. And there's a few students over there, too, that made the 2-hour drive over here to Orange City. They'll send 2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. Mazdam to the right of Carmichael in the backfield. Carmichael takes a snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming, now steps up, throws across the middle. It's caught short of the first down by about a half a yard here. So 4th down and less than 4th down and 1. They needed the 33, the 34 right now. So 4th and 1 for MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, he ran a hitch there right at the stick. He was just short of it.
That was a
good load of play.
It was a good tackle there right away by the Bulldogs. 4th and 1 for MOC. Bulldogs got a stop on the last drive, but that was on a 4th and 4. This one's 4th and 1. Down to 15 on the play clock. As you can see, Carmichael telling him, hey, speed it up, speed it up, let's go.
He's getting the play in kind of late.
Yeah, he is. I formation behind Carmichael. Bulldogs crowding the line of scrimmage. They give it to Mazdam off the left side. Oh, he spins. There's a flag. Flag. That's coming back.
It's got to be a hold.
That's a hold on the Dutch. As he spun late to get the first down, but this one's coming back, it looks like. Right in the vicinity of offensive holding.
Oh, it's on us. Face mask?
Oh, never mind. Personal foul, face mask on us. Okay, I got excited for nothing. Well, somebody grabbed a face mask while they were, that's a tough break there because he got the first down, but now tack on another 15 from the 32-yard line. They're inside the Red Power Team red zone.
Yeah, we were there. They just second effort by the running back got him the first down, and somebody got their hands a little too high. Got the face mask.
Okay, they mark it at the 16-yard line. Okay, I thought they were at the 32. My math says that should be at the 17. But as it is, first down and 10 for the Dutch inside the Red Power Team red zone. Twin receivers either way. Mazdam to the right. Carmichael to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. He throws down the middle. Oh. It's tipped and caught. Or is it? They're going to say caught at the 9. Yeah, they're going to say caught at the 9 or at the 8-yard line.
That was good coverage there by Tate Garman. I thought he was going to pick that off or even knock it away.
Second down and 3 coming up here for the Dutch with 8:46 to go first half. Now they bring in a bigger package here. You can bet this one's probably going to Mazdam.
Yeah, MOC's throwing a little more than they have.
Well, they're throwing right where the pressure was coming from, Todd, is once the linebacker vacated that area. Call it second down and 3. They can get a first down at the 6-yard line. I formation behind Carmichael.
Double tight.
Carmichael takes a snap, pitches wide, and he threw it away. Oh, Mazdam's on it back at the 20, but a bad pitch, and it's a loss of, 11 yards back to the 20-yard line, and now it's third down and 13.
Yeah, they were in that double tight set, and they were just going to toss it out there to him. Bad pitch there by the quarterback.
Third down at 13. They mark it at the 19-yard line. Mazdam got back on it, but that was just way too far away from him, so he had no chance.
No, he had no chance on that.
So 3rd down and 13 for the Bulldogs. See if somebody can get some pressure on Carmichael here. 7:45 to go till halftime. They're going to go twin receivers either way. Carmichael has Mazdam to his right. Carmichael looking to throw. Pressure coming. Fires for the corner. He's got a man out there. It's going to be caught out of bounds. That's not a touchdown. He was on the whites.
Yep, good coverage there by the Bulldog secondary.
Yep.
Like Owen Moe there on the coverage.
Trying to find Cade Pottebaum. So now 4th down and 13, and it's decision time for MOC. This would be a really long field goal, so I'm assuming they're just going to go for it here. They can get a 1st down at the 6.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went for it all right there. Knowing that they were going to go for it here on 4th, just get some of it back would have been important for him, but nice job by the Bulldog defense.
Yep. Play clock's down to 7 as they break the huddle. They're going to have to hurry here. 3, 2, 1. Just gets it off in time. And, they called timeout.
Yeah, they called timeout.
It was going to be borderline, but Coach Hagstead calls timeout with 7:26 to go here in this first half. It's Algona 7, MOC-Floyd Valley 7. Back after this timeout. You're on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Erpeldine Voigt and Company, CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Farm and Home Services. View their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Farmer State Bank is proud to be a part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, Algona's locally owned coffee shop.
Good Samaritan Society, Algona's senior housing and service rooted in God's love.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
High Point Land Company, your trusted land partner in Algona. Call 515-320-2491.
Sponsors of this game broadcast.
Stroman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Runkey Brothers. Experience the Runkey Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
TAFE Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Tangle Salon for all your cuts, colors, hair extensions, and massage therapy needs.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Ulrich Construction. Let them do the work.
Water Connection. From softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
So 4th down and 13 for MOC-Floyd Valley. An empty backfield. Carmichael has trip receivers to the right. 1 wide left. I'd look for maybe a screen pass to Mazdam here. Carmichael back to throw. Looking to his right. Pressure coming. Now steps up. Heaves it down the middle of the field. It's knocked away.
Yes.
Nice job in the end zone. Who was that on the far side? Was that Tate Garman?
It looked like Tate Garman there.
Yeah, knocked it away in the end zone. Bulldogs turn over MOC-Floyd Valley again on downs.
Nice job. We didn't bring any much pressure there. We dropped about 8 guys, and good defense series there.
Well, it's 1-2. Carmichael might have had a chance to run, Todd, but I don't know if he'd have been able to run for the first down, and he just decided to launch it to the end zone. So see if the Bulldogs can stay ahead of the sticks here. 7:19 to go first half, as Algona got behind the sticks on the first down of last drive and never recovered.
Yeah, having a lot of success going up the middle. See if we go back to that.
Twin receivers left, 1 wide right. That's Evan Alley. Nathan takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Weichert. Now throws it to Evan in space. Evan makes a man miss. Going to have a first down across the 30. Still on his feet. 42-yard line of Algona. Solid pickup there of about 23 for Evan Alley, and the Bulldogs have it out near midfield.
Yeah, just that RPO action there, faking the run. And then, again, that corner is way off on Evan Alley, just running that speed out. Rest is Evan right there.
So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 7 minutes to go first half. 7-7 game. Algona trying to take their first lead of the night. Weichert behind Nathan Mansky. Twin receivers to the left, 1 wide right. Nathan takes the snap. Gives to Weichert up the middle. Will fighting forward. Has a nice 5, 6, 7-yard gain out to the midfield stripe. That's a gain of about 8 here. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 49. So call it a gain of 7 on first down.
Yeah, just that inside zone play for the Bulldogs. Having a lot of success with that. And, again, look for us to keep going to Evan out there on the edge with that corner way off.
So second down and 3. As Weichert just kind of kept those legs churning, chewing up yards there. Tight set for the Bulldogs again. Weichert to the right of Nathan. Nathan takes a snap. He's going to give to Will off the... No, he's not. He's going to throw to Evan out in space. Evan makes the catch, then goes backwards, and he had the first down, but now he lost the first down, and it's going to be 3rd and half a yard here.
Yeah, he caught that past the sticks and then came back. I think he was going to try and make a move, and good tackle there by the corner there.
So 3rd down and less than a yard for the Bulldogs. But But yeah, he had the ball up about the 47 of MOC, but then backed up and gets tackled at the 49, and 3rd down and 1 for Algona.
Yeah, good to see Taven Zeno there in on offense.
Nathan takes the snap. Gives to Weichert straight up the middle. Will fighting forward. Ooh,
Short.
I don't know if he got it. Not from that mark. He didn't.
53 for MOC did a nice job coming straight down the line. Made a good play.
So 4th down again, and the Bulldogs will see if they want to punt the football or if they want to go for it here.
Sneak it with Nathan here.
I just get up and go. 4th down and a yard. Zinnel stays in at a fullback spot. 5:10 to go till halftime. Nathan's in the pistol. No, now he's going to go up under center. Takes the snap, drives forward. He's got the first down.
He dropped the football.
He dropped the football at the end. MOC says they have it. Who's got it? They're not saying anything right now.
Oh, it's their ball. They're pointing.
MOC-Floyd Valley football.
We had it.
Yeah.
Just something happened there. And
so the Bulldogs turn it over for the second time. I couldn't tell, did he fumble it or did they just say he didn't make it? I think they're saying he fumbled it.
Yeah, I think they fumbled it. He fumbled it. Shoot.
Okay, I didn't hear what the official said. But as it is, so now that really looms large now. Evan coming backwards after he had the first down, running back those 2 yards.
That's true.
And Algona turns it over on 4th down, and now MOC has it at midfield with 5:02 to go. Still plenty of time. They've called 2 timeouts. Bulldogs have a full slate of timeouts.
Double tight again.
Yep, I formation behind Carmichael. Bulldogs crowding the line. They pitch it out wide. Mazda dropped the football. Now the Bulldogs got to get him, though. He's going to go to the wide side of the field. And Tate Garman gets to him. Somebody's got to get him on the ground. He's still on his feet. Flag comes in late, and those are way back there. Hopefully that is not a face mask on us again. If that's on them, it's a massive loss. It's already a loss of 5. But Algona simply had him slip out of their hands 3 or 4 times. What's the call?
There's 3 flags.
Yeah, the 3 flags came in right where Mazda made his last cut. It might be a block in the back.
Yep.
MOC-Floyd Valley's backing up a little bit. They're asking Coach Jacobson what he wants, it looks like.
Yeah, that was that toss play again. Just he dropped it. It wasn't that bad of a toss to him.
But Algona had him a couple of times, and he slipped away, nearly slipped away too many times. And we'll see what Coach Jacobson wants here. They still haven't signaled if it was a hold or a block in the back. But the flags are way back there. So let's see what they want to decide here.
Taking them back, whatever it is,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Okay, let's have the official tell us. Or maybe not. Anytime.
What's going on?
Yeah, just tell us what the penalty is. Why are we? I think they're trying to figure out, A, is it a spot foul, or B, is it from, A, the old line of scrimmage, B, where he was tackled. I don't know what is going. Like this is taking too long, folks. You threw 3 flags, guys. What's the call?
I think it's got to be block in the back. They're just like you said. They're deciding
where they're going to enforce it from. Because the original line of scrimmage was the 49. The flags are back at the 39. Oh, illegal blindside block. Yeah, 15 from the previous spot.
Yep.
Okay. So that should go back to the 34. Well, they're taking it to the 33.
all right, just way behind the sticks now. We just got to make sure we keep.
Yeah, you can't let somebody
the
slip
guys
out
in front of us. Yep.
Everybody got so excited to make a big play in the backfield, but took about 4 chances to get Mazda on the ground. Twin receivers wide left for MOC-Floyd Valley, 1 wide right. Mazda to the left of Carmichael. 4:30 to go till halftime. They send a man in motion. They're going to go with the jet sweep here.
Nothing there.
And he turns it upfield for about 3 or 4. It's going to bring up second down. They mark it at the 38-yard line. So second down at about 20 here.
Yeah, it looked like Will Limbaugh there on the tackle.
Yep, Taven was able to set the edge.
Yeah, nothing much there for MOC.
Well, every time I look at Mosdem in the backfield, he's like bowled over with his hands on his knees. And maybe he does that all the time, I guess, but it just looks like he might be a little winded right now. Second down and 21. One receiver wide right. Double tight formation. Mosdem in the I formation. The turn, they give it to Mosdem off the right side. And he's going to be taken down after a gain out to the 43. Falls forward to the 44. And now it's third down at about 16.
Yeah, good tackle there by Nathan Mansky. Bulldog defense was in that defense where nobody was in a defensive line position. O-line didn't know where they were going.
So third down and 15. See if the Bulldogs can force a punt. We haven't forced a punt yet tonight. MOC's turned it over on downs a couple times. Third down and 16. 3:13 to go till halftime. I'm sure they'll take as much time as they can. They're down to 10 on the play clock. And they're lining up in that I again. They're going to suck everybody up, maybe try to hit somebody over the top here. No, they give it to Mosdem off the right side. The Bulldogs contain him. He gets forward for a couple, and now the Dutch will punt the football, and A.D. Jacobson's going to take a timeout.
Yep, good tackle there by Cale Rodert and Mason Ulrich there, and then Nathan was coming to help too. So good job by the Bulldog defense.
2:54 to go till halftime. The Bulldogs will get it back. So Bulldogs take the timeout. They mark it at the 47. So after that initial penalty, they got about 13 yards back, but still fourth down and 12 here.
Yeah, they just wanted to get it to their best player and see if he could make a play. And
yep.
Bulldog defense did a nice job, and they were put in a tough spot, the MOC offense, and Bulldogs did a nice job keeping them in front.
So the first punt of the game coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley. That's Tryson Groendyke, their punter, number 4. And this is one here, Todd. I'd see if you can set up a return.
Yep.
But make sure you secure the football. Still got plenty of time. 2:57, 2 timeouts. That's a lot of time to go down the field.
Yeah, we don't need a rough from the punter here either.
No.
Just get the ball back and see if we can punch one in before halftime.
Tate Garman will line up to return it. Groendyke stands at his own 31. Garman is lined up at his own 15. 2:57 to go till halftime. Still tied at 7. The Bulldogs about to get the football back. Good snap. Groendyke gets the kick away and kicks it away from Garman. It's going to bounce at the 30 and roll down to the 20, 19. Inside the 20 to the 19. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over first and 10. 2:46 to go till half.
Yep, plenty of time here. No need to rush.
Yep.
We got 2 timeouts. We could still go back to what we've been having some success at. Put Will up the middle there. He's been doing a nice job. Those guys, the guards are doing a nice job. Tate Carter doing a nice job. So look for us to go back there.
First down and 10. Algona has it at their own 19. 2:46 to go till half. They've got 2 timeouts. Will Weichert to the left of Nathan Mansky. Bulldogs send Evan Alley wide rights. Garman and Kitzinger stacked up to the left. Nathan sends Rummel to the right side of the line. The give is to Will Weichert. Will trying to bounce to the corner. Gets to the 20, 21-yard line. Gain of a couple here, and then before he gets driven back, they'll give him the 22. So call it a gain of 3, second down and 7 coming up.
Yeah, off-tackle play there. Not much there. Their corner did press coverage there on Evan Alley and then backed off at the last second.
So second down and 7 coming up. Owen Moe checks in. Tate Rummel checks out. Trip receivers to the left. One receiver wide right. Nathan takes the snap. Looking to throw. Quick slant to Garman. Oh, almost picked off. It was through his hands. Led him just a little too far that time. And MOC-Floyd Valley had a defender hit right in the chest.
Yeah, it was there, though. Just a little too far out front, and we were lucky that didn't get picked for 6 there.
Carter Brightwell was there, but like I said, if Tate makes that catch, he's running. He probably has a first down, but unable to secure it. So 3rd down and 7 now for the Bulldogs with 2:12 to go first half. Now they send trip receivers left. Owen Moe's wide right.
Way off on Evan down here.
Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires, it's caught by Garmin at the 31-yard line. MOC's trying to say incomplete, but the officials are saying a catch. First down, Algona.
Nice job.
As Garmin, a little slow to get up, might have landed on the football.
Just a little hitch route there.
Yep.
Good throw. Good catch there by Tate.
Needed 7, got 9. Clock running, minute 55 to go, first half. Mansky takes the snap, looking to throw, steps up, fires over the middle. He's got a man wide open over there. Tate Garmin over the far side 50. 40-yard line, taken out of bounds in MOC-Floyd Valley territory. Where are they going to mark this at? Probably the 37? 38-yard line, first down and 10 for Algona.
Just a little corner route. They were all concerned about Evan and forgot about Tate Garmin there.
Oh.
Good throw there by Nathan. Offensive line doing a nice job, giving him enough time too.
Pickup of just over 30 yards into MOC territory. Minute 43 to go. Clock stops with the first down and with the out of bounds. Trip receivers left, same formation here. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up. Was that a fumble?
No.
They're going to say incomplete pass. Oof. He was hit as the arm was coming forward. That's fortunate there. It's one you better know that's an incomplete pass if you're not going to go get the ball.
Yeah, they brought 3 defensive linemen and then brought linebacker off the edge there and got a good shot there on Nathan.
So 2nd down and 10 at the MOC-Floyd Valley 38. Minute 39 to go till halftime. Tied up at 7. Bulldogs and the Dutch. Dutch scored on their first drive. Haven't got anything since. Bulldogs scored on their second drive. Have been shut out since that time. Nathan takes the snap. Nearly dropped it. Picks it up. Looking. He's going to take off and run. And he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of a couple on the play. Nathan just waited too long for somebody to clear open, and the Bulldogs lose a couple.
Yeah, just fumbled the snap there a little bit. Again, MOC had 6 guys in the box. We could have, maybe gave it to Will there. We've still got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, Bulldogs have kind of abandoned the run game here in these last couple of plays, but down to a minute 8. As MOC crowds the line, Nathan takes the snap. Throws to Will out of the backfield. He's got room to run. 40, Will. 35. Taken down at the 33-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 5 here.
Good 3rd down play there for the Bulldogs, getting some of that back and now making it 4th and manageable for us.
Yeah, they mark it at the 33. The Bulldogs need the 28, so it should be 4th down and 5. Clock stopped with 56 seconds left. 4th down and 5 for Algona.
Good swing route there to Will Weichert.
Trip receivers to the right, Owen Moe wide left. 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs with 56 seconds to go first half and a timeout asked for by MOC-Floyd Valley. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Sponsors of this game broadcast.
Stroman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Ruhnke Brothers. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Tape Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Tangle Salon for all your cuts, colors, hair extensions, and massage therapy needs.
Tom Eichin Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Ulrich Construction. Let them do the work.
Water Connection. From softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these fine sports club members.
American Glass for all your glass needs. Think American.
Central Financial Group, where you belong.
Down to Earth Tree Service, your local Algona tree service.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch and Daniel Foth.
Ed Service Station, service you can trust.
Glenn's Green Thumb, from a small seed, something beautiful will grow.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
Sports club members bringing you this game.
So 4th down and 5 for the Bulldogs. They have it on the left hash of the 38-yard line in MOC-Floyd Valley territory. Trip receivers to the right, Owen Moe wide left. Weichert in the backfield with Nathan Mansky. Nathan, they tried a little quick count there. MOC doesn't bite. Nathan going to take off and run. Nathan Mansky's got room to run. 30, 25, knocked out of bounds inside the 20. Bulldogs 1st and 10 inside the Red Power Team red zone.
Nice job, Bulldogs. Again, they didn't have very many guys in the box, and we were able to throw there. They had 2 guys over our slot guys, and then they had 2 over our single receiver. So that's going to open up some run game stuff.
Bulldogs in the Red Power Team red zone for the first time in a while, brought to you by your local Red Power Team dealers in Bancroft, Corwith, West Bend, and Humboldt. Still 49 seconds. Bulldogs still have a timeout. I know they've got 2 timeouts left. I'm sorry.
So, again, they got 2 over Evan over here.
Because it was MOC that took the timeout here a second ago. Nathan takes a snap, gives to Will through the right side. Will Weichert fighting forward down to the 15. And now if the Bulldogs can get up and go, now they're going to call their second timeout here with 40 seconds left. So, quick timeout here. Second down, gain of about 4. So, second down and 6 coming up for the Bulldogs. Back after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
More sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants where everyone counts.
Holmes Animal Clinic. Animals large and small, they love them all.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fill your car.
J&J Custom Meats, continuing the traditions in Whittemore.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for healthcare.
Lichter's Garage Door Service, a reputation you can trust. Call 515-295-5988.
Lusher's Family Dentistry, serving families since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
And Engineered Farm Drainage, specializing in drainage tile solutions. Visit them on Facebook or engineeredfarmdrainage.com.
Second down and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs. They have it at the MOC-Floyd Valley 16-yard line. 42 seconds left. Algona still has a timeout left. So you can work any part of the field you want to here. They bring Tate and Rummel back in. A wing-back spot. Evan Alley wide right. Garmin and Kitzinger stacked to the left. Now they send Rummel to the right side of the line. They send Garmin in motion.
Oh, he's got him
Nathan looking to throw. Fires for the corner. He's got Evan Alley behind the defense. Evan makes the catch. Touchdown, yes. Bulldogs. Touchdown, Algona. Welcome back, Evan Alley.
Yeah, it's good to have him back. You know, they're on offense, another weapon for us. Good play-action fake there, and he got behind the defense. Good throw there by Nathan.
As everybody's holding their breath a little bit, watching Evan go up and come down. But he holds on, makes the catch. 13-7, 35 seconds left. What a great drive there for the Bulldogs, Todd.
Yeah, really good drive, you know, because they get the ball coming out second half.
16-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Mansky to Evan Alley. The snap down. The kick is on the way by runner Trujillo. It's up. It is no good. Wide right. 13-7. 35 seconds left till halftime. We're back after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
So Algona goes 85 yards in just over 2 minutes. The last 16, Nathan Mansky to Evan Alley.
Yeah, really good drive there by the Bulldogs. You know, MOC's doing some things, you know, that we can take advantage of, and we're doing a nice job. You know, sometimes they're putting 2 over Evans, sometimes they're putting 2 over Tate Garmin. So just figure out what they're doing, and the second half could be really good for us.
So runner Trujillo on to kick away 35 seconds. As MOC-Floyd Valley's out of timeout, so they can't stop anything. Bulldogs going to need to make a solid tackle here in special teams. And they do. They get Van Zee out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So MOC-Floyd Valley will have it 1st and 10. Likely one play, and then head to the locker room.
I'm sure they're going to give it to their running back, see if he can do something. Let's just make sure we're all getting to the football, making that tackle.
Well, Mazden probably had 100 yards in that first quarter, Todd, on about 2 runs. Since that time, the Bulldogs have really held him in check. It's been nice to see.
Looks like they're just going to down it.
Yeah. Carmichael's Going to take a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half. They don't have to snap it again. No timeouts. Bulldogs aren't going to take one right here. So Algona takes a 13-7 lead into halftime. And MOC-Floyd Valley will get the ball to start the second half. So the Bulldogs have hurt themselves a couple times, Todd. Couple turnovers. One deep in the red zone, one at the midfield stripe when it looked like they had a first down. And they still come out of here with a lead at halftime.
Yeah, you're right there. Got a little sloppy there for us on offense, even for MOC on offense. But we were able to overcome it and able to have a nice drive there going into halftime. So that should give us a lot of confidence.
So your score, Algona 13, MOC-Floyd Valley 7 at the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. More right after this here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
That's it for the first half of play. Now get set for the Edward Jones Halftime Show featuring Algona Municipal Utilities. You make the call. And the Murphy Realty and Management first half recap. Your Edward Jones representatives are Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, Brady Ross, and Mackenzie Jorgensen.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe it's less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering the magic in life. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Jerry Sokup. Count on me for financial strategies that can help support a life you love, because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me at 515-295-7766 and let's find your rich. Along with Bruce Keith, Brady Ross, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Member SIPC.
Safe and affordable housing. Those are words we like to hear. And Murphy Realty and Management Incorporated provides just that. With properties in Algona and several surrounding counties, Murphy Realty and Management Incorporated provides safe and affordable apartments at a time when everyone could really use it. They pride themselves as a local entity that aims to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Give them a call at 515-295-2927 or stop in their office located at 208 East State Street in Algona. This institution is an equal housing opportunity provider.
We are at the half. Algona leading MOC-Floyd Valley by a count of 13-7 alongside Todd Van Otterloo. I'm Brian Wilson. You're listening to Bulldog Football tonight here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona, and on the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. And Todd, the Bulldogs there in that first half, came out, got behind the eight ball a little bit, turned it over, then gave up a long touchdown run, but really have settled down nicely since.
Yeah, I think they've settled down nicely. Like you said, that first drive we had just that turnover there, and they had that long run, but we responded with a good drive there to tie it up at 7, and then this last drive before halftime was really important for us. I thought that we did a nice job executing on that drive.
Bulldogs with 139 yards here in the first half total offense, as that seems like it's a little bit low, but the Bulldogs giving up 178 yards, mostly on the ground, mostly on 2 carries. Mazdam had a 69-yard touchdown run. Then on their next drive, he broke one for about 40. So after that, they've really held them in check. Bulldogs with 14 first downs in the first half compared to just 8 for MOC-Floyd Valley. Bulldogs averaging about 3 yards a carry. MOC 8.6 right now because of that long run by Mazdam early on. But 2 turnovers have kind of hampered Algona here in this first half, Don. But right now, still leading 13-7.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to be ahead by 6 here, with those 2 turnovers. Back to the MOC offense, they want to run the football with the running back, and he has had a couple big plays, but we just got to make sure we keep him in front the second half here and not give up any explosive plays and make them throw the ball. They're not real comfortable wanting to throw that football.
Yeah, well, and I guess I forgot the Bulldogs, a couple of really big negative plays, kind of limiting the stats there. Will Weichert's got 74 yards on 9 carries, but Nathan Mansky 2 for -17, and that includes the run that he got the first down. That was probably 10. So when you lose 25 yards on one attempt, it kind of negates things a little bit. But Mansky 5 of 7 through the air 5 of 7 through the air for 62 yards here in the first half. or excuse me, not 62. He's got 91 yards in the first half here. Tate Garman's got 4 catches for 44. Evan Alley, 6 catches for 40. Will Weichert a catch for 7 yards. And like I said, Will, 9 carries for 74 yards. That's a good average right there. He probably needs a few more carries in the second half.
Yeah, the offensive linemen, I think, are doing a nice job. We found some success there in that inside zone or inside play there for us, and look for us to come back to that the second half. And also, it'll be interesting to see what we do differently when they put 2 guys over Evan, and then if they put 2 guys over Tate too. That is going to open up the box for us, and we should be able to run the football. But if they don't put 2 guys over him, we're having a lot of success when they put 1 there, and look for us to take advantage of that too.
Right now, MOC-Floyd Valley, Moslem's got 9 carries for 119 yards. I looked up the ambulances leaving the field. Got its lights on here, but he had 9 carries for 119. But the second carry he had, Todd, he went for 69. He had already run one for about 10. So you figure he probably had at least 70, close to 80 yards on that first drive. And then he had another run for about 30. So after that, those last 7 carries, he's been really slowed down by the Bulldog defense. Carmichael 6 of 8 through the air for 66 yards here in this first half. But your Murphy Realty and Management Company first half recap. Like I said, if you're just joining us, Algona had the ball first, drove down, had a nice third down conversion to Evan Alley, and then on a second down play, a throw over the middle by Mansky was intercepted. MOC-Floyd Valley took over deep in their own territory, but that was when the Bulldogs got burned by Mazdam. He had a couple cutbacks, 69-yard touchdown run, all of a sudden 7-0, 4 minutes in, but the Bulldogs had a nice answer. Their next drive, they drive down, they score the touchdown. Will Weichert in from 4 yards out, and he basically had the last 40 rushing the football, and that was a good answer, Todd, to kind of slow things down momentum-wise.
Yeah, you're right. I thought we got the momentum back there, and we responded after a big play there by MOC, and I thought Will ran the ball hard that drive and did some nice job. Did some nice things there.
So after that, like I said, both teams bogged down a little bit. The Bulldogs had a drive going. They drove out to midfield. Evan Alley had a first down, but then he backed up and then didn't have the first down. So on 3rd and 1, you think, okay, just run it. Well, they didn't get it on 3rd and 1. Tried to sneak it on 4th and 1. Nathan fumbled the ball, and now all of a sudden MOC takes over near the midfield stripe, but Algona did a nice job containing them. They got a penalty after a botched play that was going to be a big loss. They have a penalty anyway, and MOC can't recover from that. And then anytime you can drive down, 2-3 minutes left, drive down the field, get a score right before half, it's huge, and that's exactly what happened. Algona took over with about 2:36 on the clock, drive down the field, 85 yards, the last 16. Nathan Mansky to Evan Alley in the corner of the end zone, and the Bulldogs lead it at halftime here by a count of 13-7. So, like I said, it's been good and bad at both of here in the first half.
Yeah, it's been sloppy at times, but then also we've looked really good too. So we just got to clean some things up, and we'll be just fine.
Well, the defense, like I said, has really settled down. They give up a couple long runs to Mazdam right away. Since that time, have held him in check, and that's what you need to do if you want to beat this MOC-Floyd Valley team. 13-7 here at the half. It's been your Murphy Realty and Management Company first half recap. As we'll take a timeout right now, we'll come back. We've got our You Make the Call segment coming up in just a little bit as well. We'll try and check some scores. Let's see if we can find some scores from around the district here tonight. As Humboldt taking on Webster City tonight. That's in Humboldt. Sioux Center and Heelan play tonight in Sioux Center. We'll try to get you an update on that. We'll get you an update on Bishop Garrigan. They are waltzing to another victory here tonight back in Algona. So we'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on your Edward Jones halftime show. At the half, Algona leading MOC-Floyd Valley 13-7. Back with more after this.
Do you see yourself traveling, working part-time, or moving somewhere warmer when you retire? Hi, I'm Bruce Keith, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help make your retirement goals a reality. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how we get you there. Together, we can plan for the expected and make sure you're ready for the unexpected. Contact me, Bruce Keith, at 515-295-5173. Together with Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, members SIPC.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Ripple Voigt and Company, CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Farm and Home Services. View their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Farmer State Bank is proud to be a part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, Algona's locally owned coffee shop.
Good Samaritan Society, Algona senior housing and service rooted in God's love.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
High Point Land Company, your trusted land partner in Algona. Call 515-320-2491.
Sponsors of this game broadcast.
Stroman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Runkey Brothers. Experience the Runkey Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Tape Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Tangle Salon for all your cuts, colors, hair extensions, and massage therapy needs.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Ulrich Construction. Let them do the work.
Water Connection. From softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT. Thank you to those sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
New Way K&H Co-op, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident.
Algona Livestock Sales every Monday.
Weichert Realty, the 515 agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush beats a full house.
Cotton Grave Farm Management and Land Realty, trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
All sponsors of this game's broadcast.
Where you bank matters. Hi, I'm Sherry Bacon at Security State Bank, and we're relationship bankers. We get to know our customers and understand their financial needs. We're locally owned and operated, which means family, community, and service always comes first. So come to Security State Bank. We'll treat you like family. Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
At the half, Algona leading MOC-Floyd Valley by a count of 13-7. Alongside Todd Van Ottelu, I'm Brian Wilson tonight here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. A couple of those scores from around the district. Todd, 14-7. Humboldt trailing Webster City tonight. That game in Humboldt. That's an interesting one there. And then at halftime, looked like Sioux City Heelan was leading Sioux Center 14-0. That game up with Sioux Center. So right now the road team's leading each game at half.
Yeah, two close games, which we would expect in this district this year. You know, it's going to be tough each week.
As the Bulldogs lead at 13-7 right here on Hometown Radio KLGA, and the MOC-Floyd Valley will get the ball to start the second half. But yeah, this is one. It's going to be, you have to have your shoes tied tight and everything ready to go each and every week in 3A District 1. As no soft games, no matter where you are or who you're playing, as everybody feels like they've got a shot to make the playoffs from this district. And it's one of those too. The district, the RPI is going to come out next week, and we'll see exactly what kind of respect the district gets. You know, last year the Bulldogs were in 3A District 2. They got 4 teams out of the 6 into the playoffs, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that again this year.
Yeah, you're right. Our district is loaded, and you know, our non-district games, you know, we'll see what happens there. That always is a factor in the RPI rankings. So it'll be interesting. You know, just got to take 1 week at a time and control what you can control here. And this second half, you know, coming out on defense right away is going to be important to keep that running back in front of us. No explosive plays here on that first drive to give them any momentum that second half.
So we're at the half. Algona leading 13-7. As we'll continue with your Edward Jones halftime show, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We've got your You Make the Call segment coming up right after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA.
Life changes, then it changes again. At Edward Jones, we believe that when it comes to your financial goals, you can't predict the unexpected, but you can prepare. Challenges such as job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Hi, I'm Mackenzie Jorgensen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together to help make sure you're ready for life's ups and downs. Call us at 515-395-4021 to get started. Together with Brady Ross, Jerry Sokup, and Bruce Keith, we are local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's time for You Make the Call as we test your knowledge of the rules. You Make the Call is brought to you by Algona Municipal Utilities, where they are community-owned for community benefit. Our referee this evening is Tom Claude.
A18, Pooch kicks the opening kickoff. His teammate, A82, catches a kick in the air at B's 41-yard line, which is 19 yards from the free kick line, with no one from TB within 5 yards of the play. Can Team A keep possession of the football? You make the call.
Make the call with AMU Telephone Service. AMU local and long-distance telephone provides the call clarity and reliability you expect at an affordable price. Enhance your AMU telephone service with calling features like caller ID and voicemail. When you switch to AMU telephone, you can keep your 295 phone number and you get friendly local customer service. Make the call to AMU to install AMU telephone. Algona Municipal Utilities, community-owned for community benefit.
While the kick did legally go beyond 10 yards, Team A is guilty of kick-catch interference. When any free kick, like a kickoff, is in flight in or beyond the neutral zone to the receiver's goal line, the kicking team may not touch the ball or receiving team player unless blocked into either the ball or the player. More times than not, Team B will put the ball into play with 1st and 10 at the A44-yard line.
And this has been You Make the Call, brought to you by Algona Municipal Utilities, where they are community-owned for community benefit.
You shouldn't need an advanced degree to figure out how to pay for one. Hi, I'm Brady Ross, your Algona Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help you understand all the options you have when paying for an education. Whether you're the first in your family to attend college or planning for a grandchild to build on a legacy that goes back generations, let's work together to take care of your unique financial needs. Call me at 515-295-7763 to get started today. Together with Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Some of the most significant power outages in recent years have been caused by extreme cold weather and severe storms. Whether it's snow, ice, or extreme wind, don't be caught in the dark. At Murphy Farm Services, our top-of-the-line Generac or Cummins generators will automatically power your home in the event of a power loss. Already have a standby generator? Call us today to get on our preventative maintenance list to ensure your machine is running at its maximum efficiency. Contact your local certified ag, electrical, and generator sales and service dealer. Murphy Farm Services, delivering the power you need when you need it.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance.
Daylight Donuts open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
Dump It, Kasuth County's local and reliable waste service provider for commercial and residential customers.
Albert Electric, flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Erpelding Excavating Enterprises. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Fairway, everything's easier, fresher, and faster with Algona Fairway.
Sports Club members bringing you this game. Bringing you this game.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East, Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Oak Crest Funeral Service, celebrating a life lived.
Bill's Auto and Truck Repair Service is the difference.
Billy Offerman, your State Farm agent in Algona. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Signworks Inc. For all your signage needs and printed apparel, stop in or call 295-9544.
Schindler Lawn Care and Landscaping, 515-320-3840 or schindlerlawncare@gmail.com.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Getting set for the start of the second half tonight here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream alongside Todd Van Ottelu and Brian Wilson. We talked about a couple of scores from around the district tonight. I was trying to find that Clear Lake Independence score.
But it was 16-0 when I saw Clear Lake.
Clear Lake was ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because Independence put up some big numbers, but it's one of those, sometimes you put up some big numbers in the non-district, then you get the district play, and it doesn't quite work out that way. So we'll see how that one turns out later on. Make sure and tune in after the game tonight for the Iowa High School Scoreboard Show from 10 to 11:30. And we'll have all the scores from around the states a couple times through. Make sure and tune in for that. As I won't have any Bulldog highlights on the game tonight. I do not have time to get back and get something on the air. But they're usually pretty good. Tyler will probably have a report about the Garrigan game. They're usually pretty good about getting our stuff on. We enjoy the folks down in Des Moines getting the Iowa High School scoreboard show on the airwaves. Just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. This first drive time is going to be really big for Algona. If you get a stop, find a way to get the football back and try to make it a two-score game, I know people would start to feel a little bit better over on the other side of the field.
Yeah, you're right. First drive here is going to be important for us, and then, second half, something to watch for when we're on offense. How are they going to defend Evan Alley and Tate Garman there on the edge? First half they showed a lot. They played really off on Tate Garman, at least 10 yards off of him, and then Evan Alley, they were playing off of him, and we were able to run that RPO action and just run speed outs with him. So it'll be interesting to see what MOC does the second half there with the adjustments, and if they don't make adjustments, hopefully we can take advantage of that stuff.
Yeah, well, and it's 1-2 where if they come up, can you burn them deep, or do you take the 7, 8, 9, 10 yards they're going to give you with those passes? Evan's going to slip one sometime and break a long one there, but we're just glad to see him back playing for the first time since week number 2 when he went out in the first kickoff after Carroll Kemper scored. He didn't play an offensive snap that night against Carroll Kemper. He went off after the kickoff after they scored, so it's been a while since the Bulldog offense has had him.
Yeah, it's nice to have Evan back. He's just another weapon for us, and you can put him anywhere out there, and, defense has got to decide what they want to do, and if they, want to take away Tate Garman and Evan Allen, Will Weichert should have a big second half with the box a lot lighter.
Yeah. As Will's been averaging about 8 yards a pop, so we'll see if he gets a few more carries. Especially if you get a 2-score lead going, Todd, you can definitely try and grind it out a little bit more. But Bulldogs will be kicking to start the second half. It looks like they're going to be kicking with the wind behind them.
Yeah, important to, have good kickoff coverage here. Don't want to give them good field position right away and some momentum.
As the wind has died down a bit, but still blowing out of the south, so whatever breeze there is, runner Trujillo will be using that to his advantage. As MOC-Floyd Valley will send their deep men back. Got Van Zee back there, along with Hudson Klein Hesselink. 12 minutes on the clock. Start of the second half. We are set to go here. Bulldogs trying to get to 1-0 in district play, but 24 minutes of hard-nosed football coming up. So Trujillo tees it up at the 40-yard line. And MOC-Floyd Valley will have this first possession in the second half. As Trujillo puts a foot into it, and we are underway second half. It's a kick to the sideline. Bounces inside the 10, fielded by Hesselink, up to the 20, taken down inside the 25, about the 23-yard line. Good coverage downfield there.
Good start there for the Bulldogs.
Harold Reynolds.
Looked like Taven Zeno was there.
Taven Zeno there, yep.
So good start there.
And this is one here, you haven't had a chance to really win the field position battle tonight, but you can start to do it here in the second half if you can get a stop. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line is MOC-Floyd Valley. Bulldogs with that three-man front. Carmichael, quarterback for MOC-Floyd Valley, has got trip receivers stacked to the right, one wide left. And he's trying to throw out in the flat. He's got Amundsen in space, or Mazda in space, and he gets out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5 here on first down.
Yeah, just trying to get to the edge there. They had some success there in the first half getting to the edge on us. That time we only brought 4.
Well, they had 3 blockers lined up ready to go with those trip receivers over there. Second down and 5 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley. Just underway second half. Algona leading 13-7. Mazda to the left of Carmichael. Twin receivers to the left, one wide right. Carmichael takes the snap. He's going to give to Mazda off the right side. Nowhere to go, but he bounces to the outside. Good pursuit down the line, and the Bulldogs drop him for a loss.
Nice job. Cale Rodert was there, and Rummel was there. So good pursuit there. There was nothing. He tried to bounce that and still couldn't get much.
Actually, I'll take that back. He got a yard. I thought he was dropped for a loss there, but he's forward to the 29, and it's third down and a long 3 here for MOC.
Kilroder does a nice job when he sees an opening. He goes, and he's a good tackler for us.
Third down and a big 3 right here. You'd love to get off the field with a quick 3 and out. Down to 10 on the play clock as MOC-Floyd Valley comes to the line. Twin receivers to the left, 1 wide right. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1.
They weren't set.
Carmichael takes a snap. He's going to throw it. They're going to wave this off.
They were not set at all.
It looked like the number 3 that came over here to the far side, Cole Pottebaum, was stepping forward at the time of the snap. He wasn't quite on the line of scrimmage. So third down and 3 becomes third down and 8.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to throw a screen pass there. So big play here.
But once again, the plays seem to be coming in late. Like
yeah,
we've said that multiple times, Todd. Yeah. They were breaking the huddle with 7 on the play clock. And then Pottebaum went to the wrong side. That didn't help. Carmichael has Monsden to his right. Receivers either way. Looking to throw. Steps up under pressure. Fires to Monsden out in the flat. Makes one man miss. Can't make enough, though. He was down. Or no, they're not going to say he was down. Oh, the Bulldogs thought he was down at the 30, but they're not going to say he was down. They'll say he was still on his feet, and he gets out to the 35, and it's a first down.
Wow, I thought he was down. I was watching where they were going to spot, and he kept going.
Yeah, I thought he was down at the 30, but they say his knee never touched.
Yeah, just extra effort there by him.
He gets it by about 2 yards. So big gain there, or big pickup there for MOC-Floyd Valley, as the Bulldogs had him 3rd and 8, but they pick up 10. First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. I formation behind Carmichael. 1 receiver split wide to the right. They fake the handoff to Monsden, taking a deep shot here. Here's the throw, and it's going to be incomplete. They turned around both the defensive back and the receiver trying to get Pottebaum in Algona territory. It was behind him and over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, Will was there. Good defense there, trying to take a shot with their outside receiver here.
That's one, too. The Bulldogs were crashing down. You expected that one to go to Monsden, and good play call, but, yeah, Will Weicker was not fooled by the play fake. He was right there with the receiver. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. 9:11 to go here in this third quarter. 1 receiver wide right again, same formation. Bulldogs with no down lineman. Now, Carmichael's just going to take off and go straight ahead, and he's going to pick up 4 yards here. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, he must have saw a bubble there on the D-line and just took the quarterback sneak for 5 yards.
Well, actually, called a gain of 5, so 3rd and 5.
Not a bad play.
No, as the Bulldogs had no down linemen, they were getting ready to rush, and Carmichael just takes matters into his own hands and gets 5 yards. So once again, the Bulldogs have a chance to get off the field defensively. 3rd down and 5. They send receivers either way. 2 receivers to the left. Monsden to the right of Carmichael in the backfield. Here's the snap. Monsden looking to throw. Steps up, fires over the middle. Incomplete. Overshot his intended target.
Again, if we can make him throw the football, that's good for us. They don't want it. They're not as good at running, throwing the football than running the football. So good job, defense.
Tried to find Hudson Klein Hesselink there across the middle and overshot him. And now the Bulldogs, you got to be disciplined here. You jump off sides and it's a first down, so there's no reason to be reacting to this football. It's Tryson Groendijk to kick it away. Groendijk, low line drive kick, short. It's going to bounce at the 40 and go out of bounds at bounce at the 36, go out of bounds at the 35, and that's where Algona will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, good field position there for us. They didn't get that bounce they wanted on that punt.
Nope. Went sideways, and Garmin just telling everybody to get the heck out of the way. So the Bulldogs do get to stop, not right away. They give up 1 first down, but nice adjustment after that. And it's 13-7 Algona here in the third quarter, 8:19 to go.
All right, see how they defend us here.
Well, Allie and Garmin go wide left. Tight end on the right side of the line. Wing back that way. Nathan takes the snap. Gives to Weichert through the middle. Will Bounces off a couple tacklers, gets up across the 40-yard line, still on his feet, out close to the 44. That's where they're going to mark him. A solid gain of about 8 yards there for Will Weichert.
Good hard run there by Will. Nice job, guys, up front. Again, they just had one defender over Evan and Tate on that one, and they were about 7 to 10 yards off.
So second down and short coming up for the Bulldogs. 7:50 to go here, third quarter. That was just strong running by Will Weichert. Carried tacklers about 4 yards there. Second down and 2. Nathan Mansky sends Garmin in motion. They fake the jet sweep. They go to Weichert, and Will tripped over Nathan's feet. And it's going to bring up third down and 3.
Yeah.
And Will had room to run. There was a hole there, Todd.
He was running hard like he was going to get it and just tripped over Nathan's feet, like you said.
Oof. That's one where the Bulldogs have shot themselves in the foot a couple times tonight. Little plays here and there, but still third down and 3. 7:20 to go, third quarter. Garmin and Alley go wide right. Kitzinger on the left side of the line. Nathan takes the snap. He's going to give to Will through the right side. Will hit in the backfield,
nice
spins
job,
forward,
Will.
gets the first down, still on his feet, across the midfield stripe, into MOC territory to the 47. He was hit about the line of scrimmage, Todd, and somehow comes away with a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be stopped there, and good hard running there by Will. He got the first down.
So the Bulldogs, after the trip on second down, still managed to get the first on the ground, and now they have first down and 10 in MOC territory.
Look for us to go to Evan or Tate out there.
Garmin's in the slot. Evan Alley wide right. Nathan takes the snap. He's going to give to Will off the right side. Will makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Fights forward across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. And they're going to give him the 45. I thought he was over to the 44. As it is, it's a gain of 3 here on first down.
Yep, positive first down play, which is good. Will's doing a nice job running hard.
Clock running with 6:20 to go here in this third quarter. Algona with their first possession of the second half after getting MOC-Floyd Valley to punt it away after one first down. Now they got Evan in tight here. Tight formation. Twin receivers to the left. Nathan takes the snap. He's going to give to Will through the right side. Big hole, Will Weichert, 35. Down to the 30-yard line. Solid pickup here. And they're going to pick up 14 yards. First down and 10. Bulldogs keep the chains moving.
Nice job on the right side there. Will Limbaugh and Max Nevitt. Nice hole there for Will. Will saw that and ran hard.
It's a lot of beef to run behind. First down and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs at the 31 of MOC. 5:30 to go here, third quarter. Taking it down the field methodically here. Alley split wide right. Same formation. Garmin and Kitzinger stacked to the left with Rummel winged that way. Nathan takes a snap. He's going to keep it. Looks to run with it. He's going to get what he can here as MOC didn't bite on any of the fakes. They had double coverage on Evan Alley. Nathan gets forward for about 2 here to the 29, so call it second down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, not much there. It looked like it was one of those RPO plays to either give it to Will or throw it to Evan, and he pulled that thing thinking he was going to throw it to Evan, but there was 2 guys on him. Did a nice job just putting his head down, getting what he could.
Yeah, the safety dropped back there. Second down and 8 coming up, 4:50 to go third quarter. Same formation here. Twin receivers stacked to the left. Now Evan's going to go wide right. Nathan lets him get set. And what happened here with a flag? Somebody jumped across. Yeah, Will Weichert's pointing, saying, hey, look over here. As Evan Alley's tying his shoe on the far side. So a 5-yard walk-off here means second and 8 becomes second and 3. Inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Bulldogs will take the free 5. And I don't know, I didn't look, was Nathan doing a hard count? I didn't seem to think he was doing one.
I don't think so.
Just somebody being a little aggressive. Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs, or second down and 3 now for the Bulldogs. Nathan takes a snap. He's going to give to Will off the right side. Will Weichert, still on his feet, gets drugged down at the 24. Gain of a yard is going to bring up third down and a long one. Call it third down and 2.
Yeah, I tried to go to the left side there. Not much there for Will. Got to give credit to MOC on that play.
Well, you got 2 downs here to get a couple yards, so you're definitely in 4-down territory. Actually, they give him no gain. Call it second or third down and 3 here. They say no gain on the play. Now Alley goes wide left with Garmin. Nathan takes the snap, gives to Will through the right side. Will Weichert spins out of a tackle, gets driven back. He got forward, but he's going to be about a half yard shy of a first down. He's at the 22.5, needs the 22, so it's 4th down coming up for Algona.
Yeah, that's all right. That's 4th and short. This is where you want to be.
Yeah, here comes the jumbo package for the Bulldogs.
So either Nathan's going to get it here or we'll go the other way with Will.
Yeah. 4th down and a long, yard and a half. I guess they only gave Will, he got pushed back. They only gave him a yard there. Bulldogs need the 21-yard line. They overload that right side of that jumbo package. Nathan, could they go back to Will? Will fighting forward. He didn't get it.
They were waiting for him there. And
they saw that on tape last week, Todd. We ran it at the goal line, and they were not fooled.
Yeah, they just won that line of scrimmage on that play. Got to give credit to MOC.
Well,
again, I thought that was a good drive for us.
Yeah, you have 2nd down and 3, and we get no yards on 3 straight plays. That's tough, especially when you bring that jumbo package in. It's one I know you're trying to go a little misdirection, but Bulldogs tried to cross him up, and MOC wasn't fooled. So the defense will come back in ready to go. Still leading by 6, 2:58 to go third quarter. That one hurts, though. We had a chance to add to this lead. Mazden is split wide to the right. Look for a jet sweep here. They send him in motion. And there it is, jet sweep around the right side. Cuts back, still on his feet. And he's got the corner 30, 35, taken out of bounds. Oh, don't take him down.
No.
Don't take him down.
We got lucky there.
Yeah. Cale Rodert nearly drew a flag there. But I think the part of it, Todd, was he hit him inbounds, and they just kind of continued.
Yeah, that could have easily been called on us, but it wasn't. We over pursuit there. We knew that jet was coming, and good play by that running back. He just cut it back this way.
Yeah, Mazden gets 16 on what should have been no gain, if anything. But couldn't bring him to the ground. So 1st down and 10 for MOC at their own 40 with 2:49 to go here in the third quarter. Now they line up in that I formation, just one receiver out wide to the right. And Carmichael's going to keep it himself. He's going to get forward for a couple about 3 yards to the 43.
They see us at our D linemen not in their spots, and they think they can run that QB sneak for a few yards.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
2nd down and 7 coming up.
It's like Gatton's coming in.
Yeah. As Mason Ulrich coming off, getting a breather. 2:20 to go, third quarter. 2nd down and 7 for MOC-Floyd Valley. As they bring the play in from the near side. Bulldogs still lead by 6. Mazden split wide to the right again. See if he's in motion. Yep. So that's not Mazden. That's Klein Hesselink. He's trying to get the corner turn. Gets upfield for a nice gain here. Out to the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 2. Mazden was actually off the field that time. That was 10, not 11.
Yeah, he was getting a breather there. Just a jet sweep there. I thought it was a little slow there, but they got what they needed, and 3rd and short.
Yep. 3rd down and a yard here for the Dutch with 1:35 to go here in this third quarter. Algona leading 13-7. As the Dutch bring the play in with 15 on the play clock. They run that I formation. Mazden, the deep man, not nearly as deep as he usually is. Bulldogs crowding the line. Mazden gets it off the left side.
Good tackle.
He gets the 1st down across the midfield stripe, but he didn't get it by much.
Who was that? I think that was Nathan Mansky there with a nice tackle.
And Mazden getting up a little gimpy there. He took a shot. Those hands are on the hips, but he gets the 1st down. It's one of those two. You can't have 3rd and 1. They're gonna win most of the time on 3rd and 1. It's got to be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it looked like Mason Ulrich back in, so that's good. Gage Gatton came out.
Under a minute to go here in this third quarter. MOC-Floyd Valley's taking it from their own 23 out to just past the midfield stripe. Twin receivers left, one wide right. Carmichael to throw. Pressure coming. Sets up a screen pass.
That's a good
Bulldogs fall. Hook, line, and sinker. And they're going to get 13, 14 yards here inside the Algona 40 to the 36-yard line. Bulldogs came with pressure, but Carmichael was ready for it, just backed up and waited for that screen pass to develop.
Yeah, good call there by MOC. We were, like you said, bringing pressure. Good little middle screen there.
So now MOC-Floyd Valley definitely in 4-down territory, and they could take this to the fourth quarter if they would like.
That's a quick third quarter.
Yeah. And it looks like they're gonna. We're down to 15 on the game clock. So it's going to be 13-7 after 3. We will take a timeout. We'll come back. Fourth quarter on the way after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
Thank you to those sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
New Way K&H Co-op, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
AK's Chrome Kitchen, when you come in, your family.
Algona Freeman Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Algona Livestock Sales every Monday.
Weichert Realty, the 515 agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush beats a full house.
Cotton Gray Farm Management and Land Realty, trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
All sponsors of this game's broadcast.
So the team switched sides. 12 minutes left to go, still 13-7. Bulldogs precariously hanging on to this lead. We've only had the ball one time this half, Todd, and it was a nice drive until we couldn't convert second, third, or fourth and 3.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams just have the ball one time. Obviously, this is the second time for MOC. So, yeah, just coming down to those little things when it's second and short, third and short.
So first down and 10 for the Dutch as they keep moving here. Empty backfield for Carmichael. Mosden is in the slot to the left. He comes in motion. They go with the jet sweep to him. The Bulldogs do a nice job. They were ready for that. He gets a yard, but that's it.
Yeah, Taven Zeno was waiting for number 11 right there, so nice job, Taven. Went in that empty set and tried to run a jet sweep with them. They just didn't have enough blockers.
Second down and 9 coming up. 11:40 to go in the ballgame. Afterwards tonight, we'll be selecting our Erpelding Voigt Company player of the game. Second down and 9 coming up for the Dutch. They'll send 2 receivers either way. Mosden, lone man in the backfield with Carmichael. Carmichael takes a snap, throws. He's got a man out flat here, makes a man miss.
Good
and
tackle.
A nice gain here. Good tackle by Nathan Mansky. But it's a gain of about 3 or 4 here. And it's going to bring up third down and about 5 for the Dutch.
Yeah, just trying to get to the edge there. They made one guy miss, but Nathan came over to help. A really good tackle by Nathan.
So they spot the ball at the 33-yard line. Third down. Actually, they only give him a couple yards. So third down and a long 6 here for the Dutch. But that one, like I said, Klein Hesselink made a man miss right away, and then Nathan with good pursuit down the line. So 2 downs for MOC-Floyd Valley. You know they're going to go for it here. Carmichael the throw. Pressure coming off the edge. They set up the screen pass, and we're right there. That's a loss on the play. There you go.
Mines did a nice job staying home.
Mason Ulrich as well. They almost batted the ball away from Mosden, and that would have been better for MOC because he ends up losing 2 yards back to the 35.
Yeah, I think you got to punt this if you're MOC.
We'll see what they want to do. 10-10 to go in the ball game. But Algona was ready for the screen pass that time, Todd.
Yeah, we were. Nice job by the Bulldog defense there. Oh, they are going to go for it.
Yeah, fourth down and 9. They're going to send trip receivers to the right. Mosden's over there. Carmichael by himself in the backfield.
Watch him throw to number 3 down here.
Carmichael steps back. Bulldogs drop 8. Throws deep down the middle of the field. Got a man open. Touchdown, MOC-Floyd Valley. Oh, the Bulldogs got beat deep down the middle of the field.
Yeah, just let him get behind us. I thought maybe they'd punt that thing, but I was wrong and took a shot play and executed it very well.
4th down and 9, and they convert for 35 yards in the touchdown.
That was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah, I was right on the money. As Henry Heller, the tight end, or one of the wideouts, and now big PAT, Todd, as MOC could take the lead. With 9:40 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs get beat deep on 4th down and 9. Snap down, the kick is on the way, it's up, it is good. It's 14-13, MOC-Floyd Valley, 9:40 to go in the game. Back after this on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Where you bank matters. Hi, I'm Sherry Bacon at Security State Bank, and we're relationship bankers. We get to know our customers and understand their financial needs. We're locally owned and operated, which means family, community, and service always comes first. So come to Security State Bank. We'll treat you like family. Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
So 9:40 to go. Bulldogs trail at 14-13. Now the second possession of the second half for Algona is going to have to come up with points, Don.
Yep. Important here, too. They found, some open spot here on that kickoff return team. So make sure we field this thing and get that ball back and get a drive going here.
Yeah, they haven't kicked one deep at all. They've been squib kicking them to the side. Bulldogs haven't picked one up yet tonight. They've all gone out of bounds.
We're putting somebody over. It's like
Brooks Coleman. Yeah, they got him standing about the 25-yard line. Cesar Martinez to kick it away. Bulldogs trail 14-13. Now, still plenty of time, Todd, but you got to get a drive going because you don't know how many times you're going to get it back. It's squibbed down the middle. It's going to take a high hop. Brooks Coleman fields it at the 25, and he's going to go down to the 25-yard line.
Yep, that's just that squib kick. That's actually pretty good. Been good for them tonight. Yeah. So now the offense, no need to panic here. Just keep doing what we're doing. Take what the defense gives you here.
The Bulldogs Quentin Frombach was tied up with somebody there. They were both kind of going after each other after the play, and Quentin was the one that threw him down last, so MOC was asking for a flag, but the official's not biting on it. First down and 10 for Algona at their own 25-yard line. 9:38 to go in the ball game. Algona down 1.
Way off on Garmin out here.
Nathan takes the snap, keeps it, gives it over to Tate Garmin. Tate makes the catch in space, out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 13 here on first down.
Yeah, I'd stay in that set there. I don't know how they're going to defend those two on the same side, so good first play call there.
First down and 10. 9:30 to go in the ball game.
Again, they got 7 guys in the box right now. One over Evan, one over Tate there.
Bulldogs stack a tight end and a wing back to the right. Alley and Garmin go wide left. Now throw a little bubble screen to Evan. Evan trying to make a man miss at the 40. Still on his feet to the 44. It's a pickup of about 5 here on first down.
Yeah, just a quick screen out there. We motioned Will out there too, so good first down play again.
Yep. So gain of 5, call it second down and 5. 9:23 to go in the game. Now Alley and Garmin go wide right again. Taven Zinnel lines up on the left side of the line, tight end. Micah Kitzinger wing that way as well. Nathan takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Throws to Garmin again, makes the catch. Up close to the midfield stripe. If they're giving him the 49, that's a first down.
Yeah. Good catch there by Tate Garmin. Again, that guy defending him is 10 yards off. We could go the whole way down the field just doing this right now.
Clock will wind under 9 minutes to go when the Bulldogs snap it. They send Garmin and Alley wide to the left this time. Trying to sneak Mazda in that way into the slot. Nathan gives it to Will Weichert up the middle. Will's got a big hole still on his feet.
Hard
Going to pick
run.
up a nice 7-8 yard gain here on first down inside the 45, down to the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 coming up.
Again, another first down play. Nice job, Bulldogs. 2nd and short here. Maybe could take a shot here.
See what they want to do. 8:30 to go in the ball game. Garmin and Alley wide left, same formation. Nathan takes the snap. He's going to give to Will around the right side. Will cuts upfield, has the first down across the 40. Hold on to the football. 39-yard line, gain of about 4. First down and 10 coming up.
Nice job, Will. He had 2 hands over that football, which is good to see.
Oh, they mark him at the 40, so call it a gain of 2, but it's a first down anyway. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs with 8:05 to go. Algona down 1, 14-13, but looking to go back in front.
Yeah, they're starting to cheat that outside linebacker, take Garmin away a little bit, so that should free up Evan there, way out there.
First down and 10. Nathan takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Nathan, nothing doing. He gets back to the line. That's it. They were ready for that.
Yeah, they've been taking that away tonight from Nathan. So they just won that play, important play here on 2nd down.
Mason Ulrich coming back in. He was out for a moment. Mintz was in there. 2nd down and 10, 7:25 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs got to keep moving here. Mansky takes the snap, gives it to Will through the right side. Will spins out of a tackle, fights forward for a yard or 2. Not much. Call it 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, Will made that spin move. I thought he was going to get some more there, but good tackle there by MOC.
Owen Moe coming in. Tate Rummel checking out. 3rd down and 8. Bulldogs have 2 plays to get 8 yards. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Garmin and Alley are wide left. Kitzinger's wing that way as well. Owen Moe's wide right. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up, fires, incomplete. Intended for Garmin in the slot there. That was low. It was incomplete, and Bulldogs are going to have to find a different play there as MOC was all over that.
Yeah, that was well defended by MOC. Pretty tough throw there, too, thrown all the way to your left.
4th down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to find something here. 6:42 to go in the ball game. Clock stopped with the incompletion.
Again, they're way off on Evan up there.
Yeah. Mansky takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up, fires deep down the middle. He's got Evan Alley behind the defense.
Yes!
Caught! No, he dropped it! He dropped the ball!
Oh, it was there.
He had
just
it
a little
for a moment,
underthrown, but
and then he dropped it, and it's turnover on downs.
Oh. Dang it, just didn't execute that one.
Well,
just a little bit underthrown, but I thought Evan had it and just didn't pull it in.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs turn it over on downs. MOC will be feeding number 11. You know that here as they want to run as much time off the clock as they can, leading by 1.
All right. Just keep him in front. Everybody get to the tackle here, all 11 of them. We're all right.
Still 6:35 to go. Plenty of time, but you can't give up first down after first down on the ground here. This is one where you need a 3 and out. I formation behind Carmichael. Bulldogs crowding the line. They give to Mazden off the right side, and he's tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Gets forward for a couple. They're going to mark him at the 40. Call it 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, good tackle there by Nathan Mansky. He does a nice job coming up, filling from that safety area.
So 2nd down, actually a long 7 here. They almost gave him 3, kind of 2.5. This is a big play right here. You got to force them into a 3rd and long, Todd.
Yep.
Under 6 minutes to go when they snap it. We're down to 13 on the play clock.
Empty.
Yeah. Mazden is wing to the left. Look for him to come in motion. Here he comes. Bulldogs creeping up. They throw a quick screen the other way. There's a flag coming in the backfield. What's this going to be? There's a flag in the backfield right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, I think a chop block. This might be a chop block on MOC.
That's big.
Those are big penalties here. That's what the initial signal was, right at the 40-yard line. And that would be huge.
That would be really big.
Yeah, illegal chop block below the waist. So it'll be second down still, but it'll be a 15-yard walk-off from the line of scrimmage, which was the 41. So that's huge there because it would have been third down and probably 3 or 4, but now
just keep everything in front, Bulldog defense.
Yeah, ball back at the 24.
This is hard to overcome as an offense.
Second down and 24. 5:38 to go. Algona trailing by 1, 14-13, trying to find a way to get the football back. And that's huge. Illegal chop block called on MOC-Floyd Valley. They line up in the I formation, one receiver wide left. Mazden, the deep man. Carmichael turns, gives to Mazden through the left side. Makes a couple men miss, but he's going to get a couple, 3 yards, 4 maybe. Third down now and about 20.
Yeah, good job there by the Bulldog defense.
Oh. And this is one you can't let them convert. You just can't let them get third down and 20 late in the game.
No. Look like Brody Shipper there on the tackle. Zena was there too.
Well, so MOC will take as much time as they can here. If the Bulldogs get a stop, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a timeout just to save 30, 40 seconds. 4:40 right now, still with 10 on the play clock. Carmichael has a bunch formation to the left. Mazden to his left. They're going to pitch it out wide to him. Mazden's got room to run here. Oh, no. Mazden breaks it, and he's going to get a first down. Unbelievable.
Oh, well, they just ran that toss to the trip side. And
if the Bulldogs can't come back and win, Todd, that's one there. If you can't stop them on 3rd and 20 when they run it, that's one where sometimes you get what you deserve. And right now the Bulldogs are on the wrong end of it. Still got time, though, but they're running out of it with 4:15 left.
Yeah, give credit to MOC there. Just gave it to their playmaker, and he was able to get that first down there.
First down and 10 in Algona territory at the 48-yard line. Needed 20, got 22. Actually got 24, I should say. I formation behind Carmichael. He'll give to Mazden off the right side this time. Breaks a tackle, and flags come in late.
Holding.
This might be a hold here. He got 7 yards. We'll see what the flag is. Hopefully it's a hold and not a face mask.
Yeah, he was. It's holding on them.
So a hold on the Dutch. So they spot it at where was the spot of the foul? The 48. So right about the line of scrimmage. So they'll walk it off from there. They walk it back to the 42 of MOC-Floyd Valley. So it's first down now. 20 yards to go. But 3:43 left. The clock now runs. Bulldogs will have to start using some timeouts here in a second if they can keep Mazden in control this time. Last time it didn't happen.
Double tights.
Yep. I formation behind Carmichael. They pitch it wide again. Mazden cuts up field. Nothing doing this time. He gets stacked up maybe a yard. That's it.
Rummel and Will Limbaugh there.
Yep. The Bulldogs do burn a timeout here with 3:17 to go in the game. And that's one there. You kind of got to take them here. Now it's second down and 19. If you're going to use your timeouts, you got to get the stop.
Yeah, you're right. And they're way behind the chains. Hopefully we learned that last plays that they have. They can still get it. We just got to make sure we're doing our assignment and everybody to the football.
Well, it's 1-2 where they bunched those guys to the right or to the left. They had run that play before. Just pitch it out wide. They'd run it before and missed up the pitch. This time Mazden got it and had blockers in front. So we'll see what we want to do. Second down and 19 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley with 3:20 left in the game.
Yeah, and it looked like we were bringing pressure on that play too, where they got that first down and just guessed wrong and they guessed right. That's football for you.
Yeah. .320 to go. MOC-Floyd Valley with a 14-13 lead. Bulldogs used their first timeout right there. Second down and 19 coming up.
Watch a quick screen to the edge maybe. Or obviously give it to their best player, that running back.
So second down and 19. Marsden to the left of Carmichael, receivers either way. Carmichael takes the snap. High snap, gives to Marsden to the right side.
Oh.
And he gets drilled after he got a couple yards, and that's it. To the 45. He got hammered.
Who was that?
Trying to see who was coming up there.
That was Rummel.
Tatum Rummel. He stood him up at the 45, so it's a gain of a couple. Bulldogs burn a timeout. 3:13 left.
Really good tackle there by Rummel.
And this is one here, Todd. If you get a stop, you can either use the last timeout and save some time, or you can let them burn 40 seconds and still have a timeout.
Yep. There's plenty of time. 3:13. Might want to keep that last one in your back pocket. But big play here. They got that first down on third and long last time. So get off the field here and put a drive in to win it.
Yeah. But got to get the stop this time here. They had 3rd and 20 a moment ago. Got 24 yards. See the police have somebody pulled over here on the highway just outside the stadium.
Yeah, he didn't have his lights on.
Oh, well, that'll get it.
Yep.
As you're listening to Bulldog Football here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona, as we approach the 9 o'clock hour. 92.7 on your FM dial, along the internet as well at algonaradio.com and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. 3rd down and 17 from the 44 for MOC-Floyd Valley. They go with the offset eye here. One receiver's wide left. Carmichael in the shotgun, gives to Marsden to the right side. Bulldogs, they got him finally.
Got him.
But he gets into Algona territory to the 46, and the Bulldogs burn their last time out. So MOC-Floyd Valley can punt the football here and try and pin Algona deep. 3 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, good tackle there by Cale Roder, and I thought he was going to sneak through there again.
Oh, I know. So it ends up being 4th down and about 7 for MOC. 3:07 left. Quick timeout back after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
More sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants where everyone counts.
Holmes Animal Clinic. Animals large and small, they love them all.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fill your car.
J&J Custom Meats, continuing the traditions in Whittemore.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for healthcare.
Lichter's Garage Door Service, a reputation you can trust. Call 515-295-5988.
Lusher's Family Dentistry, serving families since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
And Engineered Farm Drainage, specializing in drainage tile solutions. Visit them on Facebook or engineeredfarmdrainage.com.
3:07 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs going to get it back. Yeah, you do not want to jump. Anybody that's crowding the line should be shoot away by their teammates. Tate Garman stands at his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Bulldogs set up the return. It's a low-line drive kick. Tate should be able to return it at the 15. Trying to cut to the outside, taken down around the head at the 15. He gets back to it. Tried to cut to the outside and nothing doing. So Algona has 85 yards, 2:58 to go in the game.
Yep.
And you have to score here because you're out of timeouts.
Thought we maybe get a return on that. That was not very high, but give credit to MOC. Good coverage there.
Yep. As Tate tried to cut back across field and wasn't able to outrun anybody there. So 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. You still can do what you want. You got 2:58. You just got to go with some.
Oh, MOC's taking a timeout.
MOC-Floyd Valley taking a timeout here. So their first timeout we'll just keep it right here. So like I said, you can do what you want, Todd. You just got to go with some pace.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, and we don't huddle anyways, so we can, like you said, we can do whatever we want. You know, when we split out Evan and Tate Garmin, there's stuff there on the edge, and if they're going to go out there and defend them with extra guys, the run game's going to be open. So we have options. We'll just see what they do here.
Bulldogs have it at their own 15-yard line, 85 yards from pay dirt. Haven't scored yet this half. They've only had a couple drives, Todd.
Yeah.
If not mistaken, just 2. We've driven down inside the MOC-Floyd Valley territory twice, but stopped on 4th down a couple of times. So 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 2:58 to go in this game. They'll send Garmin and Alley wide to the left. Will Weichert in the backfield with Nathan Mansky. As they get everybody situated, ready for play. They've got 3 guys over, really 4 guys shading towards Nathan and Tate. Pump and go, looking for Evan behind the defense. Evan can't make the catch. It was tight coverage there.
Yeah, trying to take a shot play there, but they really pressed coverage Evan on that one.
Yeah.
So a little different from them on that play.
So 2nd down and 10 as the Bulldogs go deep on the first play, nothing doing. 2nd down, 10 from the 15. Still plenty of time, 2:53 to go. That only took 6 seconds. Garmin and Alley go wide right this time, along with Micah Kitzinger. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick slant here. Oh, he threw it a little too hard there for Tate Garmin, and Tate coming across the middle was expected to get popped, kind of.
Yeah, that's got to be put in a perfect spot there. Just a slant route there by Tate Garmin. So now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
Very much time's been taken off.
3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Trip receivers to the left this time. Kitzinger, Garmin, and Alley. Owen Mose wide right. 2:49 left in this ballgame. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up, has time, fires. He overshot his intended target, Tate Garmin. And now it's 4th and 10. 4th
and 10, yeah. Oh, this is it right here.
Yeah.
You got to get that 1st down.
As Tate had what would have been 1st down yardage, but it was just overshot. By the time he looked up, the ball was kind of over his head. So here we go. Here's the ball game, Todd. 2:45 left. Algona out of timeouts. 4th down and 10 from the 15 of MOC, or in their own territory here. 3 straight incomplete passes. Nathan takes the snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling out to his right. Take off and run, Nathan. They're going to call a hold. He's going to get the 1st down by a mile, but they're going to call a hold back at the 10-yard line.
Fumble.
Ball came out at the end. Was he down or? I don't know if they're going to say. Oh, they're going to say MOC-Floyd Valley football.
That was going to come back anyways.
Yeah.
On that holding play.
Oh, they picked up the flag.
No,
they called.
They're declining it.
Yeah, they're declining it. Well, 2:33 left. That'll just about do it, Todd. They can run most of this clock out right here. Algona has no timeouts left, so Algona's going to have to try and strip the football. But you can't turn it over 3 times without getting any turnovers yourself and make the miscues that the Bulldogs have made tonight and expect to win. And right now they're 1 point short.
Yeah, I give credit to MOC. They took care of the football tonight, and like you said, it's tough to overcome 3 turnovers on offense. We didn't create any on defense, but that's part of football too. And, just coming down to some little things there. Just didn't execute in the passing game that last 3 plays there. And then that scramble there by Mansky. So, yeah, it's unfortunate situation, and we need to learn from that.
So now you've put yourself in a big hole to start district play, unless, like I said, unless you get a miracle here in the next 2:33, you're going to start 0-1, and you've got Humboldt coming to town next week, and now it becomes a must-win pretty much every week.
Yeah, you're right. And like we said earlier, every week's going to be a tough challenge, and just got to take it 1 week at a time and see what happens.
14-13 MOC-Floyd Valley. So they've got it at the Algona 36-yard lines. They can run 4 plays here and take most of this clock off. If they get a first down, the ball game's over. Bulldogs crowding the line of scrimmage. The give is to Marsden right up the middle. He gets nothing, loses a yard. But more importantly, 40 seconds, get the clock running. Hey, start the play clock here.
Yeah, it looked like Nathan on the tackle along with Gage Gatton.
Yeah. As I say, they let about 5 seconds run off the clock before they started the 40-second clock, and the official stops the game and says, no, put 5 seconds back and start the 40-second clock. Well done, sir. So that's what you can't. I get what the hometown scoreboard operator is trying to do, but MOC-Floyd Valley can take the majority of this time off.
Yep, they're in no hurry here.
Yeah. Down to 17 on the play clock. 2 minutes to go exactly right now. 14 seconds on the play clock, so they can take it down. And if Algona gets it back, it'll be with just a few seconds left. Carmichael's just going to stand straight up and fall forward for a yard. And they start the play clock with 1:41, so it's 3rd and 10. So the Bulldogs might get it back with about 5 seconds left, if anything. Third down and 9 with 1:20 left in the ball game.
Hey, you saw the guys' defense there just trying to strip that ball out, so they got to try and do it here again.
Down to 8 on the play clock as MOC-Floyd Valley approaches the line of scrimmage. Carmichael runs up to the line. They pitch it out wide to Marsden. He gets outside, has the first down, slides down, and that's the ball game.
That's really smart play there.
Yep, he got the first down. Oh, well, I guess it depends on the spot. Yeah, he's got it at the 26, and that'll do it. Well, the Bulldogs are going to have a long ride home tonight. Think about this one as that's a tough way to lose a ball game, but like I said, you can't turn it over 3 times on the road. A missed extra point just drives that stall when you can't get a first down on 3rd down and 3, 4th down and 2, that sort of thing.
Yeah, not a whole lot of offensive possessions that second half for us either. So we had to be perfect on those.
Yep.
Just didn't execute like we should have.
So final score, MOC-Floyd Valley takes down the Algona Bulldogs 14-13 tonight, and the Bulldogs have dug themselves an early hole in Class 3A District 1. We'll take a timeout, back to wrap it up right after this here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
More sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants where everyone counts.
Holmes Animal Clinic. Animals large and small, they love them all.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fill your car.
J&J Custom Meats, continuing the traditions in Whittemore.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for healthcare.
Lichter's Garage Door Service, a reputation you can trust. Call 515-295-5988.
Lusher's Family Dentistry, serving families since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
And Engineered Farm Drainage, specializing in drainage tile solutions. Visit them on Facebook or engineeredfarmdrainage.com.
Sports club members bringing you this game.
Reppeldine Voigt and Company, CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Farm and Home Services. View their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Farmer State Bank is proud to be a part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, Algona's locally owned coffee shop.
Good Samaritan Society, Algona senior housing and service rooted in God's love.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
High Point Land Company, your trusted land partner in Algona. Call 515-320-2491.
Final score tonight. MOC-Floyd Valley defeats Algona by a final count of 14-13. And like I said, this one's going to sting, Todd, because the Bulldogs had every opportunity to win this game and couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. This one is going to sting. And I thought the second half, there just wasn't very many possessions for either team, and we just had a turnover there in the second half that really hurt us. And, just unfortunate end of the game for us.
So Algona falls 14-13 tonight, and like I said, now they're going to have to bounce back. We'll see how the other scores shake out in the district tonight, but this one here was a tough one. Algona definitely felt they could definitely win the game, but one of those where just everything that seemed to go wrong tonight went wrong for us in the wrong times.
Yeah, you're right. It did, and that's part of the game too. It's just unfortunate opening district game. We can't hang our heads though. There's a lot still to play for. Like we said earlier, our district is really tough, and you just never know each week.
Yeah, I was going to say, next week the Bulldogs will have Humboldt coming to town, and it's one that's going to be a must-win for both teams. As you just don't want to get too far behind in those standings. You want to find a way to stay in the top two, because each and every week you're going to have to bring it. We'll see how the scores turn out tonight. As I said, as Humboldt was trailing Webster City at last checks, Heelan was leading Sioux Center. So Humboldt and Sioux Center, the next two opponents at home, and the Bulldogs got to find a way to bounce back and find a way to get things clicking.
Yeah, that's right. Our next two games, or our next game against Humboldt is at home, so that is a positive for us. We get to be at home and play at Bulldog Stadium, but we got to learn from this and move on to Humboldt next week.
Final score, MOC-Floyd Valley wins it over Algona tonight, 14-13. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and tell you who our Erpelding Voigt & Company player of the game is right after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
Erpelding Voigt & Company CPAs has a simple philosophy about the way they approach their business. Put people before the numbers. Before they can help you plan for a better financial future, they must have a thorough understanding of where you've been and where you want to go. They listen, then ask the important questions to build long-lasting relationships with their clients. They promise to know you and help you. Erpelding Voigt & Company CPAs. They're more than just taxes.
Final score tonight, MOC-Floyd Valley defeats Algona by a final count of 14-13. Todd, time to name our Erpelding Voigt & Company player of the game. And a tough night to name one, but we're going to go with Evan Alley tonight. Evan had that nice touchdown catch. It was just good to get him back in the offense. You saw us getting him the football quite a bit. And it was to say, unfortunately, we have to give it to him in a game where we don't come out on top. But I thought Evan had a great performance tonight, and just good to see him back on the field.
Yeah, you're right. It's good to have Evan back on the field. He's a weapon for us, and you could see it tonight. A little different position for him tonight, playing receiver, playing outside, and then having Tate Garman next to him. So I thought Evan had some nice catches there, nice touchdown catch there, nice throw there by Nathan. But, yeah, Evan, I thought, deserved it tonight.
So Evan Alley, Erpelding Voigt & Company player of the game, as Algona falls to 3-2 now on the season, 0-1 in district play, and going to need a big bounce back next week in that rivalry game at home with Humboldt. Todd, it's kind of a tough way to start the weekend, but there's still 4 more games to go in district play, so anything can happen these next few weeks.
Yeah, you're right. 4 more games. We can't hang our heads on this one. Yes, it's going to sting here, but we got to move on and get ready for Humboldt.
All right, Todd, thanks for joining us here. We'll talk to you next week at home.
Sounds good. See you, Brian.
All right, thanks to Todd Van Otterloo for joining us once again tonight. Thanks to Nick DePue, our cameraman, as Algona falls 14-13 tonight at MOC-Floyd Valley. Bulldogs at home the next 2 weeks, 2 big games against Humboldt and Sioux Center. That'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to our streaming sponsors as well, helping us bring this live stream to you live from Orange City. Stay tuned. The Iowa High School Scoreboard Show, that will start here in just a little bit. That'll start at 10 o'clock here at Hometown Radio, KLGA. Once again, the final from Orange City. MOC-Floyd Valley defeats Algona 14-13. For Todd Van Otterloo and Brian Wilson, this has been a sports presentation of Hometown Radio, KLGA, 92.7 FM, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Yeah, we just didn't. I mean, we didn't have the ball in the second half either. So yeah, it's.
Well, we did. We just dropped it. So.
Yeah. All right, let's get the hell out of here.